so they don't hear my smart ass mouth.
We need to put one of the little leagues over there and one of the little leagues over there. That can have front knees unacceptable. That's all I'll hear all that long as now. What could possibly go wrong? And of course, in typical Mike Wilcox fashion, he started a different picture than what he listed. So my notes were already screwed up. You know, I never go by what they list on the website. I never do that. If I come out, I'm like, oh, well, I'll go ahead and get started and have that out of the way. I knew as soon as I did, they would change the picture. He's making his first score, but he's doing that. Somebody needs to go get me a slingshot so I can start picking off kids from here. I was never allowed to have one, so I probably wouldn't be good with it anyway.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to Bridgeforth Field, Winchester, Virginia, home of the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action tonight. The Royals play host to the Woodstock River Bandits, a battle for last place between these two Northern Division rivals. But with that being said, probably two of the hottest teams in the Northern Division right now. The River Bandits, after they lost 6 in a row to drop into a last place tie with the Royals, have since won the last 3. The Royals have won 2 in a row, 5 of their last 6 and 7 of the last 10 after winning only 8 games in June. They're already 5-2 in July. Again, both these teams locked in a tie for last place, 13-17. They are 6 games out of first place behind the Strasburg Express. Last night, all 3 teams on the bottom of the division won, while all 3 teams at the top of the division lost to close the gap a little bit. Strasburg leads the way. They're 19-11. Percival 17-12, a game and a half out. And if the playoffs were to start today, the Front Royal Cardinals would be the number 3 seed and the third playoffs team. They're 14-16, 5 games out, but they've lost 2 in a row, and they find themselves just a half a game in front of Newmarket, 13-16, 5.5 out of first. And the Royals and Bandits, 6 games out of first, but just a game behind Front Royal. So a win tonight by either one of these teams and a Front Royal loss, and they could find themselves in a tie with the Cardinals. And depending on what the Newmarket Rebels do, be in that third and final playoff spot. Last night's scores, in case you missed them, the Royals knocked off Purcellville 4-3. It was this River Bandits team knocking off the top dogs, Strasburg 8-2, and Newmarket all over Front Royal 12-2. That game in 7 innings by the 10-run rule. Southern Division, it was Harrisonburg 3-1 over Charlottesville in 10 innings. Waynesboro knocked off Covington 13-3. That was in 7 innings, and Culpeper defeated Stanton by the final score of 6-4. Games tonight in the Northern Division, and of vital importance, of course, Newmarket is at Purcellville and Strasburg at Front Royal. So these two teams probably rooting for Purcellville and Strasburg, as those two teams are probably locked up their playoff spots, and everybody's trying to catch Front Royal and Newmarket. And of course, both those games under the lights, so we will have no updates for you on those contests. Again, the River Bandits in town to take on the Royals. These two teams have played 5 times so far this season, with the Royals winning 3 of the first 5. They'll play 3 more times, twice here, and then once more in Woodstock to close out the regular season, as both these teams trying to rebound from a rocky stretch and crawl back into the playoff competition. Let's take a look at the starting lineups real quick. First, for the visiting River Bandits, 13-17. Leadoff hitter Drew Lineback from University of North Florida. He's the center fielder. Luke Keister, second baseman from Shenandoah. He bats second. Logan Duffy, the third 3-hole hitter, the left fielder from the University of Pittsburgh. Cleanup hitter Ryan Wilson, first baseman from Middle Georgia College. Batting fifth from Mercer University, the shortstop Preston Joy. Michael Domkowski, the designated hitter from Chipotle College, will bat sixth. Drake Bicknell, the catcher from the University of Pacific, bats seventh. Trevor Hansen, third baseman from Manhattan College, will bat eighth. And Joey Pagano bats ninth. He's the right fielder from Harford College. Josh Nelson on the mound for the River Bandits from Messiah College. The right-hander will make his 12th appearance for the River Bandits. Just his first start. Comes in with an earned run average of 8.02. And for whatever reason, I did not write down his win-loss record. He is 0-2 on the season. Again, getting his first start of the season. We will take a look at the Royals starting lineup momentarily, as we'll pause briefly for the playing of our national anthem as we honor America. After tonight, the Royals just 4 more home games. They're on the road all weekend long. They'll return home next Wednesday to take on the Front Royal Cardinals. Again, the Royals on the road tomorrow night at Strasburg to take on first place Strasburg, and I'll update you on the River Bandits schedule, as there's been a change to their schedule as well. But before we get going, we're going to step aside momentarily as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem. For those River Bandits fans tuned in tonight, your schedule tomorrow has changed slightly, as originally, and if you look on the league website, it is listed as a doubleheader against Percival. That has been changed. They played the makeup game on Wednesday night, so there's not a doubleheader in Woodstock tomorrow night, just a single game, and that is scheduled for 7 o'clock, though I understand the River Bandits, with the heat that we've been having here recently, have been moving some of their games to 8 o'clock starts to try to get a little bit cooler temperature. So you River Bandit fans, check in with the team and their website for the start of tomorrow night's game. But right now it is a 7 o'clock game as they will take on the Percival Cannons. For the Royals, their lineup looks like this. They're 13-17. Connie Derschlag will lead it off. He's the center fielder from High Point. Jack Mosh bats second, plays second. Jalen Hernandez, the first baseman from Winthrop, will bat third. Cleanup hitter Austin Lafferty, right fielder from the University of Akron, will hit fourth. Mikhail Pryor, the designated hitter from Alabama State, bats fifth. Connor Christensen, shortstop from Wabash Valley College, will bat sixth. Marshall Lipsy, left fielder from Florida Atlantic's, batting seventh. Newest Royal, Morgan Miller, third baseman from Norfolk State, will bat eighth. And batting ninth, the catcher Peyton Ebbing from Kent State University. On the mound for the Royals, Vince Dulcimaccio from Baldwin Wallace College. The right-hander 1-2 on the season with a 3.75 earned run average, making his seventh appearance, fourth start for the Royals. As soon as I get to the right sheet, I'll tell you the rest of his numbers. Again, Dulcimaccio, his seventh appearance, fourth start. He's worked 24 innings, allowed 26 hits, 11 runs, 10 earned, 6 walks, 25 strikeouts, 1-2 with a 3.75 earned run average. Throw it down to second base, and we are ready to go here between the Royals and the River Bandits. Sixth game of the season between these two teams, and the second to last time the Bandits will be in town this season. Drew Leinbach, the center fielder from the University of North Florida, leads it off, playing in just his second game for the Bandits, a 500 hitter, 2 for 4. No home runs, no RBIs. First pitch in there for a strike, and we are underway. Give you the defensive alignment for the Royals here momentarily. As Dulcimaccio ready to go. The 0-1 high hopper toward third. Miller, his first play as a Royal, and the throw is going to be high. He had to rush to throw on the high hopper. We'll see how they score it. Good throw might have got him, but with the high hopper, he had to rush to throw to first, and Miller's first attempt as a Royal doesn't go the way he would have hoped. I'll bring up Luke Keister, the second baseman, plays his home games right here at Shenandoah. A .311 hitter, his 27th game, 28 for 90. No home runs, 9 RBIs, and he'll drop down the bunt. Dulcimaccio will field, and he'll throw on to second in plenty of time to retire the lead runner. And I think Christensen, I don't know if he thought it was a stolen base attempt or what, but he put the tag on him. No, all he had to do was tag the bag, but linebacker will be erased on the 1-6. Fielder's choice for Keister, and they do score the opening play an error, so give Miller his first error of the season, and the River Bandits another ground ball to short, or the third. Duffy will ground out on the first pitch, 5-3, as Miller comes right back and makes his second play, and the runner will move to second. And we'll tell you about Logan Duffy next time around, as he didn't give us a whole lot of chance to tell you what he's done. And I'll bring up Ryan Wilson, the first baseman from Middle Georgia College. Wilson, a .280 hitter, his 28th game, 28 for 100. Even I can do that math. 3 home runs, 21 RBIs. His 21 RBIs lead the Bandits, and his 3 home runs tied for the team lead. Woodstock, as a team, 14 home runs on the season. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Wilson trying to pick up his team high 22nd RBI. You get the Bandits off and running here in the first. The 0-1 off the plate for a ball. Count evens up 1-1. Early start here at Bridgeport, as they have all summer long because of the lighting issue. The 1-1 swung on and missed. Good hard slider from Dulcimaccio. We might have to wait till the second inning to give you the defensive alignment, because Dulcimaccio Has retired 2 of the first 3 he's faced. The 1-2 to Wilson. Off the plate for a ball. Count evens up 2-2. Bandits got their leadoff hitter on via the air. He's at second base now with 2 outs. Wilson trying to drive him in. Dulcimacio will shake off a pitch. Now he's got what he likes. He comes set, the 2-2. Off the plate, count runs full, 3-2. Preston Joy waits on deck if Wilson can extend the inning. Just underway, top of the first. Bridgeforth Field, Bandits and Royals. That's going to be downstairs for a ball, so Dulcimacio will lose him after getting ahead in the count. That'll give Preston Joy a chance to hit. Joy, the shortstop from Mercer University. A .296 hitter, his 31st game, 32 for 108. No home runs, 13 RBIs, and again, by quick math, 31 games. That means he's played in all of them for the Bandits. Left-handed hitting shortstop. First pitch swung on and missed, pulled the string on him, and Joy way out in front, 0-1. Lipsy, Derschlag, and Lafferty for the Royals out in the outfield, left to right. Around the infield, third to first, Morgan Miller, Connor Christensen, Jack Mosh, Jalen Hernandez. That's fouled out of play, 0-2. Peyton Ebbing behind the plate, and Dulcimacio on the mound for the Royals. 0-2 to the Woodstock shortstop as Dulcimacio tries to work out of this first inning jam. He'll come set. He takes a look at the base runners. The 0-2. Off the plate, 1-2. The 1-2 swung on and missed. And Joy will go down and strikes. The Bandits threatened here in the first inning, but can't push anything across. For Woodstock, no runs, no hits. There was an error and 2 runners left. Your score after half an inning, Woodstock 0, Winchester coming to bat. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action.
Fans, stay tuned for the Wiggleball talks during the second inning. If you've been chosen as a contestant, make sure to meet on the far side of the third base dugout at the top of the second.
I think if he'd have made a good throw, he'd have been out. Yeah, but it was. I think he rushed it because of the high.
Fans, come out to Trumpet Vine Farm in Stevenson on Saturday, September 23rd for the first Winchester Royals Charity Texas Hold'em Tournament. Join us for an evening of fun and face-off against some mysterious players. Tickets are $125 per player and $25 per spectator, which include entry into the tournament or early to charity funds per player. Doors open at 6 p.m. and play begins at 7. Register now at WinchesterRoyals.org to play.
We go to the bottom of the first. River Bandits. Josh Nielsen on the mound. His 12th appearance, just his first start for Woodstock, 12 1/3 innings. He's allowed 14 hits, 15 runs, 11 are earned. He's walked 13, walked 8. He's 0-2. He does have 1 save on the year, an 8.02 earned run average for the River Bandit starter Josh Nielsen. Defensively for the Bandits, behind him out in the outfield, left to right, Logan Duffy, Drew Lineback, Joey Pagano be around the infield, third to first, Trevor Hansen, Preston Joy, Luke Keister, Ryan Wilson, Drake Bicknell behind the plate again. Josh Nelson gets to start for the Bandits here this afternoon. River Bandits have won 3 in a row after they had an uncharacteristic 6-game losing streak. You don't usually see Woodstock with extended losing streaks like that, but they had one there for a little while that dropped them down in the standings. They were battling up around the top of this division for most of the season until that stretch. Royals trying to extend their 2-game winning streak. They've had 1 3-game winning streak this season. That was snapped last Sunday against Percival here, a 9-8 10-inning loss. Leading it off, and I've got the wrong lineup in front of me. Connie Derschlag center fielder from High Point takes a fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. Durschlag playing in his 5th game for the Royals. 375 hitter, 6 for 16, no home runs, 2 RBIs. And that'll hit him. They're going to ask if he went too far. I'm not sure what the home plate umpire's calling. He might ask for some help. It hit Durschlag, but they're going to see, they might say that he swung at it. And that's what he's telling the Royals coaching staff. He's going to ask for help and see if he went around too far. So the 3 umpires get together. Durschlag was a few steps to first and didn't look like he swung that far, but he did offer at it. I just don't know if he went far enough to be called a strike, and I'm not sure what the third base umpire is going to offer, and they're going to say it did hit him. They're going to send him to first base. And I guess the discussion, because he showed that it hit him on the arm, so I guess the discussion is whether it hit the bat or hit the arm. And already the hand goes up to the River Bandits dugout, so there were some Bandits dugout members that did not like that call and letting the umpire hear about it. So Durschlag reaches first on the hit by pitch. That'll bring up Jack Mosh. Mosh, the second baseman, playing in his 22nd game for the Royals, a .343 hitter, 24 for 70. 1 home run, 12 RBIs, takes a pitch off the plate, 1-0. Durschlag in his 4 games for the Royals, 1 for 2 in stolen base attempts, has not been in the leadoff spot often, usually batting second, but with Shanley Wall getting the night off. Durschlag into the leadoff spot tonight, fouled out of play. County evens up a ball and a strike. It was Jack Mosh's big 2-run double with 2 outs and 2 strikes in the bottom of the 9th inning Sunday night that tied the game up with Purcellville and sent it to 10 innings, or sent it to extra innings, where the Royals ended up losing 9-8. The 1-1 throw to first, Durschlag dives back in. Royals had a chance to win it with the winning run in scoring position in the 9th, but couldn't push him around, and then couldn't score in the 10th as Purcellville won it 9-8. The 1-1 to Mosh. Line down the left field line. That's going to drop in for a base hit. He got it off the hands, but was able to fight it off and drop it right inside the line. And the Royals have something going here in the first with their first 2 guys on base for what would be my vote if I had one. And just for those listening, I do not. But Jalen Hernandez, quite possibly the MVP for the Royals this season. Hernandez was one of the 3 Royals represented in the All-Star game, a .308 hitter. Playing in his 27th game, 32 for 104, 3 home runs, 21 RBIs. Both those numbers lead the Royals. His 32 hits, second on the team to Shanley Wall. First pitch to Hernandez. That's downstairs for a ball, 1-0. Hernandez leads the team with 10 doubles, 3 home runs, 21 RBIs. He's also walked 14 times, which is not a team high. The 1-0 to Hernandez, swung on and missed, had a home run cut, came up empty. Just missed a 2-run home run here last night in the first inning, where he just launched it, just fouled down the right field line. Royals trying to jump on top here in the bottom of the first inning. The 1-1. That'll miss outside and didn't miss by much. 2-1 the count to Hernandez, and immediately you see this home plate umpire a little different than the last few guys we've had. Did not give that borderline pitch on the outside corner. We'll see if it stays that way the rest of the game. The 2-1 to Hernandez. And that'll miss down and in. Count runs full. I'm sorry, the count 3-1. Austin Lafferty, another Royals All-Star, waits on deck. The 3 Royals All-Stars were Hernandez, Austin Lafferty, and Shanley Wall. Wall not in the lineup tonight, getting the night off. The 3-1. Grounded toward the hole in left field for a base hit. They're going to stop Derschlag at third as Duffy in to corral it quickly. And the Royals will have them loaded with nobody out for Austin Lafferty.
Right field, number 35, Austin Lafferty.
2 hits for the Royals here in the first. Lafferty, the right fielder from the University of Akron, his cousin, also on the team. He'll pitch tomorrow night in Strasburg. Lafferty, a .303 hitter, his 22nd game, 20 for 66. No home runs, 16 RBIs. A chance to add to that number. First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1. And we have a couple of Little League counties represented here tonight. We hear all the young kids screaming and yelling. That's what that is. The 0-1 slider will miss down and away. County evens up 1-1. I believe Berkeley County South and Winchester Little Leagues represented here tonight in attendance for the ball game. Again, the Royals out of town all weekend long. The 1-1 to Lafferty. That's in there for a strike. That got the outside corner 1-2. At Strasburg tomorrow night, at Front Royal on Sunday night, off Monday, and then right back at it as they travel to Woodstock on Tuesday night. So the next 3 nights, the Royals out of town. The 1-2 will miss outside. County evens up 2-2. The last 2 weeks of the season, the Royals and River Bandits will see each other 3 times starting tonight. The 2-2 to Lafferty. That'll miss way outside. He's run it full. So Derschlag led it off, getting hit by a pitch. Mosh and Hernandez back-to-back singles. Now Lafferty with a chance to get the Royals on top. The 3-2 to big Austin Lafferty. Lined into right field. That's going to drop for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. Rounding third and coming home. It's going to be a 2-0 game as Lafferty hit the 3-2 pitch into right center field for a 2-run single, and the Royals off and running here in the first. Derschlag scores easily from third. Mosh follows him home. Hernandez has to stop at second as he wasn't sure if Mosh was going to be sent. But the Royals' 3 consecutive hits have led to 2 runs, and now Mikael Pryor, he had a big double off the left field fence last night from Alabama State. First pitch to Pryor in there. Well, I guess it missed upstairs. 1-0. Pryor, a .281 hitter, his 19th game, 16 for 57. 2 home runs, 9 RBIs for Lafferty. RBIs 17 and 18. Is that fastball in there for a strike? County evens up at a ball and a strike. Still nobody out for the Royals here in the first. Pryor a chance to add on. The 1-1. That's in there for a strike. 1-2. The couple benefits of playing at 5 o'clock if you're not on the field and it's 100 degrees. One is everybody else in the league might be tuned in listening to you as they get ready to tee it up tonight. And the other is you get to go home and catch up on everybody else playing. The 1-2 to Pryor. Fouled into the screen. We'll do it again. 1-2. Breaking ball that Pryor fought off and fouled into the screen. Nice little crowd on hand to get started here. The Royals crowd has typically been a late arriving crowd with the 5 o'clock starts. Everybody getting off work then rolling in. We probably see some more from Woodstock before the game gets too far along. Swung on and missed. He chased a slider down and away. Nice slider by Nielsen to strike out Pryor.
Now that from Wabash Valley College, shortstop.
That'll bring up Connor Christensen. Christensen playing in just his 3rd game for the Royals. He's been hot to get going. He's hitting .429, 3 for 7, no home runs and RBI. He picked up, I thought he had more than 3 hits. I thought he had maybe 1 the first night and 2 last night. Maybe that's how it went. The first pitch to Christensen, that's going to go all the way to the backstop. It's a slider down and away. It was the same pitch that Pryor just waved at, but this time Bignell couldn't get to it. It looks like Bignell might have been crossed up as he'll go out and talk to his pitcher. And it's a really depressing thought when you're looking for one thing and something else comes to you, and especially when it goes all the way to the backstop. There was a quick conversation. The conference is over, and we'll go back to work. Hernandez moves to third. Lafferty moves to second. A chance for Christensen to pick up his second and third RBIs of the season and give the Royals a big 4-run first inning. The 1-0. Dribble down the third base line. It'll be foul. Nice play by Hansen to backhand it, but in foul territory. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. Royals already 3 hits in the game and 2 runs. See if they can keep that going. Now the Bandits are going to bring their infield halfway in, so a sharply hit ground ball right at somebody. And they might try to cut the runner off the plate. The 1-1, that's going to catch the outside corner. 1-2. There is a right-hander up and starting to get loose in the River Bandits bullpen. Again, just Nilsson's first start of the season for Woodstock. The 1-2 to Christensen. That's down and away. Tried to get him to chase the same slider that Pryor did, but Christensen lays off of it to run the count even. 2-2. Royals pick up another hit here. They're up 4-0. Nilsson comes set, the 2-2. Just missed. I heard somebody say strike 3, and I might have been one of the Bandits infielders because I heard the call and I was waiting for the umpire to throw up the hand, but he didn't do so and then threw up the 3-2 sign. So I'm not sure where the strike call came from, but it was not the guy that matters. The 3-2. That's called strike 3. He thought about it for a second, and you can read Christensen's lips as he turned to the umpire and said, "That's out." And that might have been a makeup call on the pitch before that probably should have been strike 3. The umpire thought about it for a second and then made the call. That'll bring up Marshall Lipsy, the left fielder from Florida Atlantic. Lipsy, a 194 hitter, his 15th game, 7 for 36, no home runs, 9 RBIs. The Royals don't want to leave those two guys in scoring position out there off the plate for a ball. The Royals left 6 on in the early going last night. 5 of those were in scoring position, but were able to squeak by the Cannons by the final score of 4-3. It's just the second win for the Royals over Purcellville this season. The 1-0. That's lined into left field for a base hit. 1 run's going to score. They're going to hold him up at third. The throw coming in. It's going to get past and go all the way, and Lipsy not paying attention. He's too busy celebrating the base hit. He should be at second base as that ball got past the cutoff man and almost all the way to the backstop. But instead of moving up on the throw, he's celebrating the hit at first base. Give him an RBI single. The Royals up 3-0. That'll bring up Morgan Miller, the third baseman from Norfolk State, making his first appearance for the Royals. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. So Lipsy makes it 3-0 on the 4th hit of the inning. Lafferty held up at third. See if Lipsy gets set to get him into scoring position here for the Royals' newest hitter slash player slash third baseman. 0-1 the count to Miller. He'd like to introduce himself to the crowd here. Swung on and missed. 0-2 rather, as Nilsson threw the fastball by him there. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 3-0 Winchester here in the bottom of the first. Nilsson's 0-2. That's lined toward center field, but it's going to be right at the line, lining back to center fielder. A hanging breaking ball, 0-2. But Miller will line out to the River Bandits center fielder to end the first. For Winchester in the first. They score 3 on 4 hits. There were no Woodstock errors, and the Royals will lead 2 on base. Your score after 1, Winchester 3, Woodstock nothing. You listen to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action.
All right, fans, we're going to be giving away a free Winchester t-shirt, courtesy of our t-shirt sponsor, Think Big Screen Printing and Design. Based in Winchester, Think Big Screen Printing offers free delivery to the Northern Shenandoah Valley on all custom orders. Visit thinkbigscreenprinting.com for more info. Everybody get out your white tickets that you got on entry to Bridgeport Stadium this evening. The winning number is 146997. 146997. Whoever has this winning ticket, bring it to the back of the press box and get your free Winchester t-shirt. And is that, I was going to say thanks for coming. I was like, what? I don't know. They're with their parents. You should tell them. I was thinking the same thing then.
We go to the second. Nice long rest for Dalsamasio with his offense picking up 3 runs for him. They almost got him some more, but the line drive caught by the center fielder to end the inning. Michael Demkowski from Chipola College will lead it off, designated hitter for the Cannons tonight, or this afternoon, if you will. Demkowski, a 200 hitter, his 20th game, 9 for 45, 2 home runs, 9 RBIs. 6-7-8 to hit for the Cannons. That's the team that was here last night. We got the Bandits tonight. The 0-1 swung on, nothing in 2. Dalsamasio wasn't waiting for me to figure out who we were playing. He was going to work. The 0-2. Check swing. He went too far. Or, I guess, called on the pitch. So we'll give it a backwards K as Dalsamasio takes 3 pitches and he's down on strikes. They'll bring up Drake Bicknell. Bicknell, the catcher from the University of Pacific. Bicknell, his 12th game, an 080 hitter, 2 for 25, no home runs, no RBIs. First pitch in there for a strike, nothing in 1. The 0-1 lifted down the first base line. It's in foul territory. Hernandez had it played, and Mosh will call him off and run over and make the catch for the second out of the inning. Looked like Hernandez was ready to make the catch, and Mosh said, "No, sir, I'll take it." And Hernandez gave way, and quickly 2 outs here in the second for Trevor Hansen. Hansen, the third baseman from Manhattan College. His 8th game as a Bandit. 200 hitter, 4 for 20, no home runs, 2 RBIs. First pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 swung on and missed, pulled the string, and way out in front was Hansen. So Dalsamasio trying to turn in a 1-2-3 inning here in the second after his offense gave him a 3-run lead. The 1-0 or the 1-1. That'll miss downstairs, 2-1. Bandits got a couple runners in the first, one on an error, one on a walk, but couldn't move him around. The 2-1 grounded sharply to short. Up with it is Christensen. He'll set his feet, long throw to first in time to retire the side. So Hansen hit it on the nose, but right to the Royals shortstop for the third out of the inning. Nothing doing for the Bandits here in the second. Your score after an inning and a half, Winchester 3, Woodstock nothing. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action.
On behalf of the Royals, we'd like to extend a royal welcome to the Henderson, Tennessee Huskies who are in attendance this evening. Thanks for coming out. Now, he was saying Frederick County doesn't have anybody here. And I have that like written into the script of the letter. So, I don't know. Frederick County where?
Josh Nelson back to the mound for the River Bandits. Touched for 3 runs in the first on 4 hits. He also hit a batter and helped Winchester out with a wild pitch. 9-1-2 to hit for the Royals here in the second inning. Ebbing then back to the top of the order, Derschlag and Mosh. Throw down to second, and we are ready to go. Peyton Ebbing, the catcher from Kent State University, has been playing second base for the Royals the last several days.
Catcher, number 4, Peyton Ebbing.
Can't find Ebbing because I'm looking at the wrong stat sheet. Let's try this one. This one will work out a little bit better for us. Ebbing, a .214 hitter, his 19th game, 12 for 56, no home runs, 5 RBIs. His job, get on base, start another rally. That's rifled into the left field for a base hit. So Ebbing, first pitch swinging, picks up the Royals' 5th hit of the game. And that's exactly what you went out of the number 9 guy. Get on base and let the top of the order go back to work.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 14.
That'll bring up Derschlag. Derschlag was hit by a pitch, came around to score the first run of the game. We'll see what the Royals do here. See if they have him bunt into scoring position, if they're going to play for another big inning. Ebbing, a catcher at first base, not a big stolen base threat. He is 4 for 4, and that one chopped toward third off the glove of Hansen, and everybody's going to be safe. We'll see how they scored. That was a high hopper, and Hansen went up the ladder to try to field it, and it kicked off his glove down the line. So, I mean, by all rights, if he gloves it, he probably throws out Derschlag at first, but again, another high hopper, and when he went up to grab it, it just kicked off his glove and down the line. In any event, the Royals, for the second inning in a row, have their first 2 guys on base, and that'll bring up Jack Mosh, who picked up the first hit of the game for the Royals. First pitch to Mosh, off the plate for a ball, 1-0. And they do score it in air, so Derschlag still looking for his first hit of the game. It's been on base twice. Mosh a chance to add to a 4-0 Winchester lead here in the second. The 1-0 to Jack. Downstairs for a ball. Nice job by Bicknell to play the short hop and keep that from going to the backstop. 2-0. Chance for Mosh now to sit on a pitch and look for something he can drive. Nelson sets the 2-0. Tap toward first. It's going to get everybody up a 90 feet, but Mosh will be out 3 unassisted as Wilson will field and run over and tag the bag. So it works just like a bunt, but not what Mosh had intended to do. But a base hit by Hernandez will make it 5-0. Royals left 2 on in the first. One of those were at third. Hernandez 1 for 1. He has scored a run. The first pitch to Jalen Hernandez. It's downstairs for a ball. Good breaking ball, but Hernandez laid off of it. 1-0 the count.
You think these 2 little guys here, 1 and 2, are related? That's 8 years of college right there.
The 1-0 to Hernandez off the plate, 2-0, and now Hernandez a chance to sit on a pitch and look for something he can drive. Mosh got fooled 2-0 and probably hand flipped a pitch that he didn't want to swing at, but thought it was a fastball and it wasn't. See what Hernandez does here, 2-0. That'll miss downstairs. It goes 3-0. Hernandez probably taking here ahead in the count. 3 balls and no strikes unless he gets that fastball right on the belt buckle, something he can hit out on the Cork Street. The 3-0. That's going to miss outside. The bases are going to be loaded. Royals have him loaded again.
Now batting, right fielder, number 35.
That'll bring up Lafferty. Lafferty singled in, drove in 2 runs his first time up. He's 1 for 1 with 2 RBIs. He was stranded at third, but now a chance for him to get a little bit closer to Hernandez for the team lead in RBIs. His 2 in this game get him to 18. First pitch. That's line toward right field. Another base hit for Lafferty. 1 run's going to score. They're going to hold everybody else up as they had to hold up and make sure the line drive wasn't caught in right field. Pagano came on but had to play it on a hop, and Lafferty 2 for 2. He drives in his 3rd run of the game. That'll bring up Mikael Pryor, and you don't think he didn't want to make amends for a strikeout his first time up. Ebbing comes in to score. It's 4-0 Winchester, and before Pryor hits, there's going to be a visit from the River Bandits dugout, and we'll see if we don't have a pitching change here. It's not Mike Bocock going to the mound, so I don't know if it's just a conversation or if Mike doesn't make the pitching changes. And seeing that they've been here 3 times this year, or twice at least they've been here, and you think I'd know that, but. And the home plate umpire is not going to let the conversation go very long, as he's going to go out and break it up right now. So the Royals still have the bases loaded. They've added on to a 3-0 lead. It's 4-0. A chance for a big inning here as they've got just the 1 out. Pryor rocketed a double off the left field fence here last night that led to a run, although you didn't get an RBI for it because the ball was mishandled in the outfield, allowing the run to score, but that's what put the Royals on the board. Pryor struck out his first time. He's 0 for 1. The first pitch to Pryor will miss inside. 1-0. Right-hander is up and getting loose in the River Bandits bullpen. And I'm not even going to try to give you a number because there's no chance I'm going to be able to see that from here. The 1-0 to Pryor. Tap towards short. Up with it is Joy. He'll flip on to second for 1 out. And Pryor beating it down the line. Mikael Pryor, complete hustle, just got himself an RBI in what should have been a double play. The River Bandits dugout is letting the first base umpire have it again, as they thought he was out at first, but Pryor busting it down the line, and that is going to bring Mike Bocock out of the dugout. It was bang, bang. I can't tell you if they got the call right or not, but Pryor, give him credit just for getting down the line with everything he had. And it's going to get him an RBI, and the Royals going to have first and third with 2 outs for Christensen, and that's not a bad situation to be in, but Bocock is going to say his piece before leaving the field, and he'll turn and he'll head to the dugout. None too happy with the development. So Pryor will reach on the fielder's choice. He'll get credited with an RBI on what by all rights should have been an inning-ending double play, and I don't know if they just took too long up the middle. Joy got it to Keister in good shape, and Keister got it to first, so it's just Pryor legging it out down the line. Hernandez moves to third. Lafferty is out. Fouled in the screen, 0-1, and that'll bring up Christensen, who struck out looking his first time. So a big play by Mikael Pryor to get the Royals their 5th run of the game. And Christensen a chance to add on the 0-1. Loop towards center field. It's going to hold up for Lineback to come on to make the catch. Off the bat, it looked like it might dump in, but it was able to stay up in the air for Christensen to fly out to center field. But the Royals add on to a lead. They scored twice. There were 2 more hits. 1 River Bandits there, and the Royals will leave 2 more on base, another one on third. But your score after 2 complete is Winchester 5, Woodstock 0. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action.
Warrior Health and Fitness is the official fitness sponsor of the Royals. Located in Stevenson, Warrior Health and Fitness is a family-owned and operated health and fitness center specializing in training and guidance for all ages and levels of fitness. Stop by for a free tour and learn how they can help you meet your fitness goals.
I don't know the first base umpire.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Royals would like to congratulate the Peachtree All-Stars on winning the 8th UCal Richmond VA State Championship. Let's give them a hand for their amazing season.
Another tall or two like that might not be around long. He might be up here with us.
We go to the third. Royals lead at 5-0. The River Bandits looking for their first hit. They have gotten a couple runners on base. Dasamasio has retired the last 4 he's faced. Joey Pagano will lead it off, the right fielder from Hartford College. First pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Pagano, a .318 hitter, his 8th game, 7 for 22. Grounds towards short. Christensen up with it. He'll fire on to first as Christensen makes the play behind the bag just to finish out Pagano. No home runs, 3 RBIs, and he is out number 1 here in the third. Back to the top of the order for the Bandits, and I wrote down E6. And that wasn't an E6, that was an E5 to start the game. Anyway, linebacker 0 for 1. He was reached on a error in the first. First pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. River Bandits have 2 base runners, an error and a walk. The 1-0 swung on and missed. 1-1 the count. Fastball on the inside corner. Linebacker couldn't make contact. Again, both these teams 13 and 17 coming in, tied for last place. But those last 4 spots swung on and missed. 1-2. 1 game separates the 3rd place team from the 5th place teams as 4 teams chase that last playoff spot. The 1-2. Slider down and away, 2-2. And both these teams, once they get done, the River Bandits will crawl on the bus and go home, and everybody will be paying attention to what's going on with the Cardinals and then the Rebels tonight. Grounded sharply to short. Christensen up with it again. He'll set his feet. Long, hard throw to first in time. Quickly 2 outs here in the third.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 1.
And that'll bring up Keister. Keister 0 for 1. He reached on a fielder's choice. He tried to move line back up with a bunt, but he bunted it right back to the pitcher for the first out in the first inning. Keister again plays his home games for Shenandoah University right here during the spring. His teammate Brody Pickett on the Royals roster as Pickett getting the day off from behind the plate. The 0-1 slider misses downstairs. County evens up 1-1. Rose would like to see Dasamasio get some innings in here. The 1-1 misses inside, 2-1. Though they had a couple of games off earlier in the week, they've had a couple of guys work back-to-back games and like to see them get the night off. Ground ball to second. Up with it is Mosh. He'll throw on to first, and another 1-2-3 inning for Vince Dasamasio. He's retired 7 in a row. The Bandits go in order. Your score after 2.5 remains Winchester 5, Woodstock nothing. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you focus your attention down the third base line, tonight we have some special guests in attendance. Tonight we have members of South Berkeley's Little League in attendance. Over the years, South Berkeley Little League Baseball has served thousands of young baseball players in the Inwood area while developing their baseball skills, sportsmanship, and character. As members of Little League International, these young players in South Berkeley Little League strive to keep the integrity of the game of baseball in Little League International. If you or anyone you know are interested in South Berkeley Little League, please visit their website by searching South Berkeley Little League. Now let's give them a royal welcome and applaud these young athletes.
I think we got a new pitcher.
You owe me a cheeseburger?
Anybody changes to the Braves?
Yeah.
William Perry, we got a kid William Perry.
Now pitching from William Carey University, number 32, Corey Cook. William Carey. That's it.
go to the bottom of the third. The River Bandits will go to the bullpen. On to pitch for Woodstock, the right-hander from William Carey University, Corey Cook. Cook making his 4th appearance for the River Bandits, all in relief. He's worked 2/3 of an inning, allowed 3 hits, 6 runs. They're all earned. He's walked 5, struck out 1. An earned run average of, I'm sure he's not happy that we're telling you this, but his earned run average, 81 through 2/3 of an inning for the River Bandits. Again, just his 4th appearance, so it looks like what has been his demise so far has been 5 walks in 2/3 of an inning. He'll face the bottom of the order for the Royals, 7, 8, 9, Lipsy, Miller, and Ebbing. Lipsy 1 for 1 of the RBI. So there's almost nothing that Corey Cook can do here this afternoon that's not going to lower his ERA, outside of giving up a bunch of runs and not getting anybody out. First pitch fouled into the screen, 0-1. Again, Cook in relief of Josh Nielsen. The 0-1 to Lipsy. Swung on and missed. Good hard fastball there, 0-2. Cook no record as he comes on. The 0-2 to Lipsy. That'll miss high and away, and all the way to the backstop as Lipsy had to duck as that one flew by. Nielsen will go 2 innings. He allows 5 runs. I'll have to check and see the earned runs in the 2nd inning. Some of them are unearned, whether they both are or not. That breaking ball misses downstairs. He gives up 6 hits. He hit 1 batter, 1 wild pitch, no balks or home runs. We'll check his strikeouts and walks. The 2-2. That misses inside. Count runs full, 3-2 to Marshall Lipsy. He walked 1, hit 1. The 3-2 to Lipsy. Fouled out of play. We'll do it again, 3-2. Struck out 2. And he gave up the 5 runs, but how many of them are earned? All 3 in the first were earned. 2 outs, walk. And they're gonna say he missed. Oh, they called it it's a called strike on the swing. He signaled safe, and I guess he signaled safe because the catch wasn't made behind the plate. And Bicknell had to throw down to first to record the out. So I wasn't sure what was going on there. So Lipsy will strike out to start the inning, and if you're scoring at home, it'll go K2-3 for Morgan Miller now, who lined to center field his first time up. He's 0 for 1. So bizarre way to start the inning, as that was a little weird. First pitch to Miller. Fastball upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Cook has a good live fastball. The 1-0, and that'll miss high and away, 2-0. Bad release point on his breaking ball there as it stayed high and out of the zone. The 2-0 to Miller. That'll miss way outside, 3-0. So Cook got Lipsy on strikes, but down 3-0 to Miller here. The 3-0, that'll miss outside, ball 4. So after striking out Lipsy, he walks Miller on 4 pitches, and Miller on base for the first time as a Winchester Royal. And that'll bring up Peyton Ebbing, 1 for 1. He scored a run. Ebbing then back to the top of the order for the Royals as they try to add to a 5-0 lead. Unofficially, Nielsen will go 2 innings. He allows 5 runs. 4 of those are earned. 6 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts, a hit batter, and a wild pitch. First pitch to Ebbing, and that is up and away, and that'll go all the way, well, almost all the way to the backstop. Is off Bicknell's glove, and it'll go as a wild pitch. As Bicknell did all he could to haul it in, but it was basically over his head. It was over Ebbing's head. Another breaking ball that's Cook had a bad release point on it, and it just stayed high and went all the way off the glove. So the Royals another runner in scoring position here, and that'll miss outside 2-0. So Cook with a good live fastball. Just looks like he has a little bit of trouble with the strike zone. He's walked one here, thrown a wild pitch. He's now 2-0 on Ebbing, the 2-0 to the Royals catcher. There's a fastball in there for a strike, 2-1. There's no doubt that he's got good speed, good size. The scouts will tell you, go out there and throw it as hard as you can. They can't teach speed, they can teach you control. The 2-1. That's downstairs for a ball, 3-1. And Bicknell again had to scramble to come up with it as he didn't catch it cleanly, but Miller stays put at second base. The 3-1 to the Royals catcher. And that'll miss outside, ball 4. So the Royals have 2 of the first 3 guys on here in the third as the bottom third of the order does their job again, getting on base.
Number 14, Tommy Derschlag.
Back to the top of the order for the Royals and see if they can't shake a couple more runs out of the top of this tree. Derschlag, he's 0 for 1, but he has scored 2 runs. He was hit by a pitch, reached on an air, scored twice. Derschlag with just 2 RBIs in his first couple of games with the Royals. That fastball, borderline strike on the outside corner. Usually don't see a pitcher struggling get that call, but he gets the call on the outside part. 0-1 the count on Derschlag as he's got a chance to drive in a run here. The 0-1 to Derschlag. Swung on, he swung at one over his head. That was about eye high. He saw high heat and he tried to hit it out of the ballpark, swung through it, 0-2 the count. Again, a good live fastball, but location has been his issue so far. But he's ahead in the count here, 0-2. Let's see what Cook does. 0-2 to Derschlag. Runner off with the pitch. That's going to miss high and away, and Bicknell no chances. He had to corral it before it went past him again. And another breaking ball, and Cook struggling with his release point on his slider. It's got good bite, but it's just not in the zone as the Royals will execute the double steal. And now they have 2 runners in scoring position for Derschlag, and the Bandits are going to pull the infield in on the grass and try to cut off a run at the plate. The 1-2 to Derschlag. Grounded sharply toward left. That's going to be in the left field for a base hit. The runner's going to hold it third. It'll be an RBI single for Derschlag, and he's going to head to second on the throw in. And now the throw gets away at second base, and a run's going to score. Derschlag on the throw in from the outfield. It was a kind of a lollipop throw that one hopped the cutoff man, so Derschlag took off for second. Cutoff man Hansen fielded it through to second. Not in time to get Derschlag, and then when the ball got away at seconds, Miller came in to score to make it 6-0. I'm sorry, 7-0. As Miller scored earlier, Ebbing scored on the air, and I guess the air will have to go to the third baseman on the throw. It'll be the second air of the game charged to the River Bandits, and it'll be the second air on Hansen. That fastball misses. So Derschlag has been on base all 3 times. He is at second now. Give him a hit and an RBI and a chance to score his 3rd run of the game. Miller scores on the base hit. Ebbing will score on the air. And it's 7-0 Royals. And now we got, I'm not sure what is going on as the umpire pulls off his mask and he's looking at something. So Bicknell's going to take the opportunity to go out and speak with his pitcher. So just flat out hustle by Derschlag got him into scoring position and got the Royals another run on the bad throw. And that wasn't really a horrible throw from Hansen. It's just I think it handcuffed Keister as he tried to catch and throw all at one time because it was going to be bang, bang at second anyway. And then when it rolled away from the middle infielders, Ebbing heads up, spreaded for the plate to score the run. Now Jack Mosh a chance to add on. He's 1 for 2. Singled and scored in the first. He's also grounded to first. Chance for him to pick up an RBI. It's been all Royals so far, the 1-0. Fouled out of play, 1-1.
That's a foul ball for a Freezy Pop.
Count evens up, a ball and a strike. There's 1 out. Royals 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 so far here in the third. Just 1 out as Mosh tries to drive in Derschlag. The bottom of the Royals order has done the job here today. A 1-1. Off the plate, 2-1. Between Lipsy, Miller, and Ebbing, they've been on 4 out of 6 times and have scored 3 runs. Ebbing's been on both times, scored twice. Miller walked and scored. Lipsy singled and drove in a run. The 2-1. Grounded towards short. Up with it is Joy. He will throw on to first. In time, Wilson looked like he was a little late getting to the bag, but was able to get there for the out. Mosh will ground out 6-3. The runner will move up to third.
Number 41, Jalen Hernandez.
Then bring up Jalen Hernandez. Hernandez 1 for 1. Singled and scored. He also walked and was stranded at third. Another chance for him to add his team high RBI total of 21 is all of a sudden Austin Lafferty with 3 today right on his tail. Lafferty has 19 now and he's on deck. First pitch to Hernandez off the plate for a ball. Lafferty already 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs here this afternoon. Hernandez a chance to make it 8-0. The 1-0 to Jalen. That misses upstairs, 2-0. Good live fastball, and Hernandez thought about it, but was able to lay off. 2-0. Grounded towards second base. Keister up with it. He'll run it halfway to first. Flip to first for the out, but the Royals will score 2 more runs on just 1 hit, a couple of walks, another Woodstock error, and the Royals will leave another runner on at third base. Your score after 3 complete, Winchester 7, Woodstock nothing. You listen to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action.
It's time for the YMCA.
All right, I have a question for you. How do you spell YMCA? Go. What do you got?
First time, let's see if we can drop a strike on the side.
Nixie, yeah.
Rock and then throw it first.
Yeah, take 2 for it.
Yeah, keep it. We're getting lower.
You walk.
Some balls.
Take one ball. Got the second on a wild pitch and still third.
He's the one who got second in the block.
Yes, we got the second on a wild pitch.
And then he scored from.
He scored on the first one on top, third base hit.
Hey, one round up.
And Evan got a base on ball, but he's still second.
Nobody likes
Evan scored on the E5, he got the second base.
Miller.
Now batting,
Third base.
left field, number 15, Logan Duck.
Yes, they both stole base while Derschlag was hitting.
Is that a ball fish?
No, they stole second and third, double steal.
First pitch in there for a strike to Logan Duffy. Duffy, the River Bandits' third baseman, 0 for 1. He grounded to third his first time up on the first pitch he saw. That's in there for a strike, 0-2. Duffy for the Bandits, his 24th game, a .254 hitter, 16 for 63. 1 home run, 2 RBIs. 63 at-bats, he has 2 RBIs, and one of those came on a solo, or came on a home run. It might have been a 2-run home run for all I know. But you would think a guy hitting in the middle of their lineup would have more than 2 RBIs through 23 games off the plate for a ball. 2-2 the count, especially a guy that's hitting .254. Tosamasha with the 2-2. Off the end of the bats, cue ball toward the Royals dugout. The count holds 2-2. One of those borderline pitches on the outside part of the plate, decided he probably better not take it. Was only able to get the end of the bat on it. The 2-2 from Tosamasha to Logan Duffy. 3-4-5 to hit for the Bandits here in the fourth. That's off the plate. 3-2 the count. River Bandits looking for their first base hit. Tosamasha has retired the last 7 he's faced. The wind, the payoff pitch. Fouled out of play. We'll do it again. 3-2. First inning, the River Bandits got the leadoff man on via the air. Next guy, fielder's choice. 1 out later, a walk, and then Preston Joy struck out to end the inning, and that has been it for the River Bandits offensively so far. The 3-2, that's going to be off the plate for a ball, so Duffy will draw the leadoff walk. Looked like he tried to get him to chase a changeup off the plate, and it stayed up too high. Better bring up Ryan Wilson. Wilson walked his first time up. Just the third base runner of the game for the River Bandits. Nobody out. Top of the fourth inning. Royals lead it 7-0. First pitch. Hammered deep to left center field. Going back onto his Durschlag. Lipsy will. They converge and it's off at Durschlag's glove. Looked like Lipsy might have been calling for it. And he throws his hands up as in like what's going on. But Durschlag got there and then went off his glove. Runner's going to be on second and third. Wilson didn't miss getting it out of here by much. We'll see how they score it.
Number 10, Preston Joy.
Brings up Preston Joy. Joy 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up 0 for 1. Durschlag had to go a long way to get there, and it looked like Lipsy had it. And maybe Durschlag called him off. And at the last second, it went off a Durschlag's glove, and Lipsy, you could tell frustrated because he thought he wouldn't have been able to make the catch. It'll go as an error on the Royal center fielder. So still, the River Bandits looking for their first hit. They've had 2 walks and 2 errors, and now a base hit, and they're only down 5. The first pitch to Joy in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 downstairs for a ball, 1-1. Again, Durschlag had to go a long way to get there, but he got there and looked like he had sized up, and it just kicked off his glove. Swung on and missed. Good off-speed pitch from Tosamasha. 1-2 the count. So Tosamasha trying to work around a couple of leadoff base runners. That pitch will miss outside. 2-2 the count on the River Bandits shortstop, Preston Joy. Trying to get the Bandits on the board here. The 2-2. That'll miss downstairs. 3-2. Tosamasha winds the 3-2 pitch. Grounded toward first. Hernandez will field. He'll take a look at the plate. He'll go ahead and take the out at first base, which is probably the correct play. Had he thrown home, he probably had a chance to get the runner, but up 7, take the out, and let him go to work on the next hitter. Everybody will move up 90 feet. The River Bandits on the board. Give Joy the RBI ground out. Duffy scores, and Wilson now to third for Michael Domkowski. First pitch swinging, and he rips it foul down the first base side. 0-1 to the River Bandits designated hitter. Struck out looking his first time. The 0-1. That'll miss outside. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Tosamasha winds the 1-1. Swung on, missed. Good off-speed breaking ball there. 1-2. Woodstock still looking for their first hit of the game, but they got on the board here. The 1-2 misses downstairs. Count evens up 2-2. 7 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for the Royals. A run, no hits, 2 errors for the River Bandits. The 2-2. Strike 3 called, and Domkowski takes another strikeout looking. It looked like he knew it as soon as it went to the catcher's glove, maybe looking for that off-speed breaking ball again. Took the fastball on the outside part of the plate, and that'll bring up Drake Bicknell. Bicknell 0 for 1. Popped to the second baseman his first time up, and the run will go unearned now. Slider in there for a strike, 0-1. It's still on the board, still counts, but will not hurt Dos Amacio's earned run average, as it'll be an unearned run. The 0-1 tapped off the umpire's face mask. It got either the umpire or the catcher, and since the umpire took his mask off and taken a walk, we'll assume he got the umpire, and Ebbing and him having a little bit of a chuckle. So he appears to be okay. Back to work, 0-2 on Bicknell. The line, the 0-2. Fouled out of play. The count holds 0-2. A couple more River Bandits fans have joined us down the first base side behind the Bandits dugout. The line, the 0-2. Slider down and away. Nice job by Ebbing to keep that from going to the backstop, as he had to reach with all he had. The 1-2. Fouled into the screen. We'll do it again, 1-2. That's a fastball way too fat to be thrown 1-2. As Bicknell had a pretty good hack at it, but fouled it straight back. 7-1. We're in the top of the fourth. Royals lead it. River Bandits scored their one run here in this inning. Lifted towards center field, coming on his Durschlag, and he's not going to be able to get there. So the River Bandits will get their first hit of the game and will drive in their second run. Didn't hit it hard and dropped it right in front of the Royals center fielder for an RBI single. Both those runs will go as unearned, and that'll bring up Trevor Hansen, grounded to short his first time up. He's 0 for 1. First pitch misses down and away, 1-0. The 1-0 in there for a strike. Kent evens up at a ball and a strike. Woodstock's first hit of the game makes it 7-2 Winchester. Dos Amacio will come set, the 1-1. That's a line toward right field. That'll be the second hit of the game. Lafferty will play it on a hop. And the River Bandits not done yet here in the fourth. So Bicknell and Hansen with back-to-back two-out singles to extend the inning, and that'll bring a visit from the Royals dugout.
It's 50-50 raffle time. Be on the lookout as that 50-50 raffle sellers are moving through the stands. $1 for 3 tickets and $5 for 25 tickets.
Looks like a right-hander. Looks like a couple right-handers maybe up playing catch, but doesn't look like there's anybody anywhere near being ready to go, and the umpire is going to go out and break up the powwow. So it looks like Dos Amacio is going to stay in the game. Maybe just a chance to settle him down, let him catch his breath, and go after the third out here in the fourth. By all rights, should be out of it with no runs scored, but that's not how it works. Now Pagano will step in. He's 0 for 1. He grounded to short. Pagano runs one up the alley here, and the River Bandits are right back in this thing. First pitch, foul down the line toward the Royals bullpen, 0-1. No balls and a strike. 2 outs, top of the fourth. Winchester 7-2 over the River Bandits of Woodstock. The 0-1. Swung on and missed. They got him hung out at the first base. Did he make the tag? They had him hung out to dry at first base, but Ebbing's throw was down and toward the second base side of the bag. Hernandez had to leave his feet to make the catch and keep it from going into right field, and tried to throw the tag on Hansen all in one swipe, but Hansen was able to dive over and back to the bag. a good throw, and he was toast at first base. 0-2 the count on Pagano. And Hansen shortening up his lead at first base, and now coming back with a little bit more attention. Watching the Royals first baseman sneak in behind him. The pitch was downstairs for a ball. 1-2. It's lined towards center field. It's going to drop for another base hit. The throw to the plate is going to be cut off. And they got nobody covering third base, and the Royals have done this a number of times. Miller comes in for the cutoff to the plate, and nobody goes to cover third. So Pagano will get an RBI single. And Hansen will go all the way around to third with nobody covering the bag. And the River Bandits back to the top of the order. 3 straight 2-out hits by the 7, 8, 9-hole hitters for the River Bandits and made this a 7-3 ball game. And Leinbach steps in. He's 0 for 2 with a ground out and an error. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. And now you look back at that play at first base. Have them been able to get the out on Hansen or the drop ball in center field. The 0-1 to Leinbach. Slider down and away. Count evens up 1-1. So by all rights, Dulcimasio should be in the dugout watching his team hit up 7-0, but it's now 7-3. Swung on and missed. He pulled the string and line back way out in front of him. 1-2 with 2 outs. River Bandits have rallied to get back into this one here with 3 runs in the 4th. The 1-2 from Dulcimasio. Off with the pitch, the runner from first. That lifted towards center field. Coming on again is Derschlag, and this time he'll make the running sliding catch in center field, as that one just hung up a little bit too much for the River Bandits, but they do plate 3 runs on 3 hits. A huge Royals error. And the River Bandits will leave 2 on base. Your score after 3.5, Winchester 7, Woodstock 3. You listen to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're all here with our 2 teams today. All right, so we got over here. All right, so we have the South Florida Pirates, and we have the Peachtree All-Stars. So what we're going to do, we're going to run back in the time for you, and we're going to come back. So you're going to go back to football until it's finished. All right, guys, all ready? Are you guys ready? All right. All right, on the go. Get set, go. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Come on, come on,
Corey Cook back to the mound for the Rebels, or not the Rebels, they're the other team that was here the other night. The River Bandits is the team in town here tonight. Cook gave up a couple of runs in the 3rd. Let's see, a couple walks. Looks like both the runs will go earned as the error led to a run, but would have scored on a ground ball anyway. So both runs to Corey Cook. Charges earned so far. Lafferty will lead it off. He's 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs in the game. First time he's hit today with nobody on base as he'll lead off the inning. First pitch to Lafferty off the bat. Foul ball as he tried to hold up. It fouled it to the backstop. 0-1. No balls a strike. Nobody at bottom of the fourth. Royals had a 7-0 lead. The Bandits closed it to 7-3 in the top of the inning. The 0-1 will miss high and away. 1-1. The line, the 1-1. That's downstairs, 2-1. Cook, a couple of one-out walks in the third inning got him into trouble, and they both came around to score. The 2-1 to Lafferty. That'll catch the corner. Count evens up 2-2. Royals on the road at Strasburg tomorrow night. This River Bandits team, they return home to take on the Purcellville Cannons. Of the 2-2. Fouled out of play. The count holds 2-2, which means which means Newmarket and Front Royal will go to battle again. So if you're a Royals fan, you're rooting for Purcellville, the 2-2. Slider in there for a strike and Lafferty down on strikes, and that's the first time Cook has got the good release point on that slider. Now one drops in there for strike 3. Lafferty out on strikes, and that'll bring up Mikhail Pryor. Pryor 0 for 2. He reached on a fielder's choice and struck out. His fielder's choice did drive in a run. And the 2-run second inning. The 0-1 to Pryor. That'll miss down and away. Pryor than Christensen to hit here in the Royals' fourth. First time they haven't gotten second time they haven't gotten the leadoff guy on base, and that'll miss way outside as Cook tried to overthrow that fastball and got away from him. The line, the 2-1. Grounded toward third, up with it is Hanson. He'll set his feet, fire on to first. Low throw, but nice job by Wilson to dig it out for the second out of the inning. Pryor out 5-3. And that'll bring up Connor Christensen, who's 0 for 2 here this afternoon. 3 Royals without a hit so far this afternoon. Pryor, Christensen, and Morgan Miller. Christian stands in. First pitch. Ripped toward third. Up with it is Hanson. He will throw on to first, and it'll be a 1-2-3 inning for Corey Cook and the River Bandits. Nothing doing for the Royals here in the fourth. Your score after 4 complete, 7-3 Winchester. You listen to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action.
All right, man, we're going to be giving away a Valley Baseball League fitted cap. So before you get out your white tickets that you got upon entry at Bridgeport Stadium. The winning number is 548327. 548327. Whoever has this winning ticket, bring it to the back of the press box and get your fitted Valley League baseball cap.
Even more than what they do it now.
What's that?
Even more than what they do it now.
Yes, thing in the middle of the 6th and middle of the 8th. Until then, no, I should just make a jump.
We go to the fifth. Royals lead at 7-3. First time the Bandits were able to keep the Royals off the board. A 1-2-3 inning for Corey Cook in the Royals' fourth. Woodstock will send up 2-3-4 to face Dos Amacio here in the fifth. Keister, Duffy, and Wilson. Keister 0 for 2. He reached on a fielder's choice and grounded to second.
Now, second base, number 1, Luke Keister.
Keister again. plays his baseball right here for the Hornets of Shenandoah University and Kevin Anderson. The wind, the first pitch, and that'll miss inside. 1-0. The 1-0. Fisted toward right field. Mosh over to make the play. He'll throw on to first. It's not going to be in time. That was a looping liner, and Mosh wasn't going to be able to get it on in the air, so he tried to play it on the hop and throw to first, but Keister was able to beat it out. And that'll go as a base hit. And the River Bandits have their leadoff man on here in the fifth for Logan Duffy. Don't go to sleep on this guy because he can make it 7-5 in a hurry. Duffy 0 for 1. He walked and scored. Fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. Lifted towards center field, coming on his dirt leg. He's not going to be able to make the catch. And the River Bandits, they're not hitting him hard, but they're hitting him or they're not. As Duffy will drop that into center field, and the River Bandits have their first two hitters on here in the fifth. And that'll bring up Wilson. Wilson is 0 for 1. He walked, reached on the two-base error in the fourth and came around to score. First pitch to Wilson. The Royals like to see him hit a ground ball. That's downstairs for a ball, 1-0. Ground ball right at one of the middle infielders. See if they can't roll one up. The Royals would love to get Dulcimasio through the fifth, but more important thing is winning the game. That's rip foul down the third base line. There is a right-hander up, getting loose in the Royals bullpen, though. He's not throwing to the catcher yet. He's throwing to the catcher, but not down in the crouch, so just getting started. Dulcimasio asked for a new set of signs. Now he's got one, the 1-1. Swung on and missed, 1-2. The River Bandits 5 hits now. They got 3 last inning, 2 already in this inning. As they try to erase a 7-0 deficit, they've clawed back to within 7-3. Foul tip to the backstop. We'll do it again, 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes, nobody out. Top of the fifth. Royals lead it. The 1-2. That'll miss outside. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Dulcimasio has his sign. He'll come set. Checks the runners, the 2-2. Hammered deep to left. That's going to be foul, but Wilson put a charge into that one. Maybe not happy about the last hit he had that was scored in air, and he was going to make that a no-doubter, and he did, but it was foul. If that stays fair, it's 7-6, and we got a brand new ball game. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Good hard slider. So Wilson puts a charge into a fastball, and Dulcimasio comes back with a hard breaking ball, and Wilson swings over the top of it for out number 1. That'll bring up Preston Joy. Joy 0 for 2, but he drove in a run with a ground out in the fourth. So credit him with an RBI. First pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. 5 different River Bandits with a base hit here so far this afternoon. Joy trying to become the 6th. That one downstairs for a ball, 2-0. The set, the 2-0. That's in there for a strike, 2-1. Two balls, a strike, 1 out. Check of the runners, a 2-1. That's downstairs, 3-1.
I got 5 bucks for the group, so I'll send them up here to the office, Mr. Hanson.
The 3-1. Line toward right field for a base hit. Lafferty up with it. They're going to send the runner to the plate. It's going to be cut off. They're going to hold him up. Bocock was sending him. And I don't know if Keister didn't see him right away, but he slammed on the brakes, and Hernandez fielded the cut and turned the throw to the plate, and nobody was coming. So the River Bandits have him loaded now with 1 out for Michael Domkowski. And we're up. Nope, it's not going to be Michael Domkowski. We're going to have a pinch hitter. So a new hitter for the River Bandits here. With the bases loaded and 1 out in the 5th, the new hitter is Riley Bubb from West Virginia University. Bubb, his 2nd game as a River Bandit. He is 1 for 1, no home runs, no RBIs. So Bubb, the new designated hitter, first pitch swinging, or first pitch taking rather, takes a fastball in there for a strike. 0-1. The 0-1 fouled to the screen, 0-2. So quickly 0-2 on the pinch hitter here. Dolsamasha trying to get a big out here without the runners advancing anymore. The 0-2 swung on and missed. He chased that slider down and away. Big strikeout for Dolsamasha and the Royals there. Domkowski will finish the game 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts, and the pinch hitter for him strikes out, and that'll bring up Drake Bicknell. Single, drove in a run, and scored his last time up. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI and a run. Big out here for both teams. Fastball misses down and away, 1-0. Bicknell trying to get the Cannons. Geez, who we playing? The River Bandits to within 2. The 1-0. That's in there for a strike, 1-1. Bicknell trying to get Woodstock to within 2. Dolsamasha trying to get out of the inning with no damage done. The line, the 1-1. That's downstairs, 2-1. No place to put him. Got to go to work. I think I've named every team in the division so far tonight and only got the River Bandits a couple times right. The 2-1. High hopper down the third base line. It'll be foul, just foul. And it's probably a good thing for the Royals because I'm not sure that Miller is going to be able to make a play anywhere. He tried to scramble back to the bag to tag the bag, but it looked like Duffy was going to get there first, and he wasn't going to throw the runner out at first. A high chopper down the third base line just did get foul. 2-2 the count now to Bicknell. I don't know, Morgan might have been able to get to third base, and maybe he let up a little bit knowing that it was called foul. It looked like Duffy was going to beat him to the bag. So a huge pitch here. 2-2, 2 outs. Top of the 5th. Bandits have him loaded. The 2-2. Slider down and away. Runs full. Everybody on the base is going to get a head start here. Bicknell runs it up the alley. It could very well be 7-6. Keister from third, Duffy from second, Joy from first. Lifted toward left center field. Going back on it is Lipsy, and Lipsy will call off Durschlag this time and make the catch. Bicknell put a charge into it up the left center field alley, but Lipsy able to track it down to keep the River Bandits off the scoreboard here in the 5th. For the Bandits, no runs on 3 hits. There were no errors, and Woodstock will leave them loaded. Your score after 4.5. We're halfway home. It's Winchester 7, Woodstock 3. You're listening to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action.
Mike's not
Frederick County Little League helps youngsters learn their own strengths
Like
through
it's sending
sports.
it to third.
If you or anyone you know interested in Frederick County Little League, please visit the website fcnll.com.
Nor do I think he tried. Just no clue what to know he's not happy. Got another new arm here. 19.
Very good.
Now pitching for the River Bandits from UNC Pembroke, number 19, Moses Brown the fifth.
We go to the bottom of the fifth. It's Winchester 7, Woodstock 3. Woodstock will make a pitching change from UNC Pembroke. Right-hander Moses Brown the fifth will take over. Brown making his 8th appearance, all in relief. He's worked 8 innings, allowed 11 hits, 12 runs. They're all earned. He's walked 13, struck out 13, no record. Earned run average of 13.50 for Moses Brown as he becomes the 3rd pitcher of the afternoon for the River Bandits. Corey Cook goes 2 innings, allows 2 runs. They're both earned, 1 hit, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. He did throw a wild pitch, and he will not figure into the decision here this afternoon for the River Bandits. 7-8-9 did for the Royals in the 5th. Lipsy, Miller, and Ebbing. They've been on base 4 out of 6 trips to the plate here so far this afternoon. Lipsy 1 for 2 with an RBI. First pitch to Lipsy off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Lipsy, ironically, was the first hitter to face Corey Cook when Cook came on. In the 3rd inning, the 1-0 to Lipsy. That's off the plate, 2-0. So Lipsy's job, get on base and see if the Royals can't get something going again here in the 5th. The 2-0 to Marshall. Fouled out of play, 2-1. Went after a fastball inside. It might have been ball 3, but Lipsy took a hack at it and fouled it back and out of play, 2-1. The line, the 2-1 from Brown. That's upstairs, 3-1. 7 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for the Royals, 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the River Bandits. We saw 2 teams combined for 8 errors last night. We're up to 4 halfway through the game here tonight. The pitch swung on and missed. Lipsy had a home run cut, came up empty. Count runs full, 3-2. Brown's line, the payoff pitch. That's upstairs, ball 4. Lipsy will draw the leadoff walk, and Lipsy on base for the 2nd time tonight. 5th time in 7 at-bats. The bottom 3rd of the order has been on base, and that'll bring up Morgan Miller. Miller lined to center field his first time he walked. Moved up on a wild pitch, stole a base, and scored a run. Scored his first run as a Royal, now still looking for his first hit. Good speed at first in Lipsy. First pitch to Miller. That'll miss inside, and Bicknell must have got crossed up because he was looking for a breaking ball, and that fastball skipped right past him all the way to the backstop. And he's going to go have a chat with his pitcher and It's one thing to get crossed up with a runner at second base, but the guy at first, the signs should be pretty well straightforward. But a miscommunication between Bicknell and Brown crosses Bicknell up, and Lipsy moves up on the wild pitch, and now you don't think about Lipsy having to steal second. He's there now. Lipsy just 1 for 3 in stolen base attempts, but now he's in scoring position at second base with nobody out, and Miller's job to move him up and try to set the table for Ebbing. The 1-0 to Miller. Swung on and missed. Good live fastball there from Brown. Threw it by him. Third wild pitch issued by Woodstock pitching here this afternoon. Each pitcher with one. The 1-1 to Miller. That'll miss inside and downstairs. 2-1. Again, the Royals after tonight not back home again till next Wednesday when the Front Royal Cardinals come to town. 3 straight road trips. Strasburg, Front Royal, off day on Monday, and then down to Woodstock to take on these Bandits Tuesday night. The 2-1 to Miller. Downstairs, but he swung on and missed. Very possibly chased ball 3. Brown has a good live fastball, as did Corey Cook. Nobody out here in the 5th. The Royals trying to add to a 7-3 lead. The 2-2. Lipsy off the pitch, grounded towards short. Lipsy had it stolen, but Miller's going to be thrown out 6-3. So Lipsy, a good jump from second. The Royals play hit and run. It'll get Lipsy to third with 1 out for the catcher, Peyton Ebbing, who is 1 for 1. He's been on base twice. He scored 2 runs. Chance for Ebbing to drive in his first run of the game. Ebbing on the season with 5 RBIs, looking to make it 6 here. The River Bandits going to pull the infield in, try to cut the runner off, and Ebbing will pop it up. Keister goes back, and he should have plenty of room to make the catch, and he will. So Ebbing, first pitch swinging, pops it up in the infield. And the Royals again with a runner at third base and less than 2 outs can't get him in. Now he'll take a 2-out hit from the leadoff hitter, Connie Derschlag. Derschlag RBI single his last time up. He's 1 for 2. He's been on base all 3 times. He has scored twice. See what Derschlag does here with 2 outs. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Leadoff walk to Lipsy. They get him all the way around to third, but now he's there with 2 outs. Brown trying to work around the leadoff walk. The 0-1 in there for a strike, 0-2. So no problems with the strike zone here to Derschlag. The wind, the 0-2. Slider down and away. Derschlag able to lay off. They're going to ask for help down the first base line, and he says no, he did not go. Count 1-2. The 1-2. Slider will miss high and away, and the River Bandits infield was headed toward the dugout, but that one stayed up a little bit too high for strike 3. The 2-2 to Derschlag. Lifted toward left field, going back onto his Duffy. Duffy's going to give it a look, and it's going to go into the ballpark. Connie Derschlag with a 2-run home run. 1 pitch after the River Bandits thought they were out of the inning. Derschlag hits his first home run of the season, a 2-run shot to left. Duffy turned and kept going until he ran out of room. For Derschlag, his first home run as a Royal. RBIs 4 and 5 gives the Royals a 6-run lead at 9-3. Fastball on the inside part of the plate. He turned on it and lifted it over the left field fence for the first home run for the Royals here in a few games. Now bring up Jack Mosh. He'll take a fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. Lipsy scores, and obviously Derschlag will come in to make it 9-3 for the Royals. The 0-1. That'll drop in there for a strike, 0-2. And not a whole lot of yapping coming from the River Bandits dugout. Had that really been strike 3, they'd have been all over the umpires with the 2-run home run, but the 2-strike pitch was off the plate. And then Derschlag jumped all over the 2-2 pitch. A 1-2 to Mosh as he tries to extend the inning here. Fouled out of play. We'll do it again, 1-2. 9 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for the Royals. 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the River Bandits. The River Bandits, 6 hits, 3 in each of the last 2 innings. They could not produce a run in the 5th inning after getting 3 hits. They left the bases loaded. Dalsamasio got him loaded with 1 out, was able to get a strikeout and a flyout to get out of the inning. The 1-2 to Mosh. Lined up the middle of the center field for a base hit. Mosh shortened up and roped into center field for the second hit of the inning. And that'll bring up Jalen Hernandez. Give Mosh his second hit of the game. Second Royal with 2 hits today. That'll bring up Jalen Hernandez to try to pick up his second hit. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored. He also walked. 9th hit of the game for the Royals. First pitch to Hernandez. In there for a strike, 0-1. So Connie Derschlag out of the leadoff spot scores his 3rd run, his first home run of the season to extend the Royals' lead back to 6 runs. The 0-1 to Hernandez. Mosh off with the pitch. Slider in there for a strike. The throw to second is going to be not in time. So Mosh will steal second, and he's there now with 2 outs for Hernandez. But the strike makes it 0-2 on Jalen. Ebbing has scored twice. Derschlag has scored 3 times to lead the Royals through the first 5 innings. Hernandez trying to make it 10-3. In the dirt, and that's going to bounce all the way away from the catcher, and Mosh is going to round third, and he's going to take a look as Brown kind of lollygagged into the plate to cover the plate, and had he not got there any quicker, Mosh might have thought about coming home, but he does not. And he'll be at third with 2 outs for Hernandez, and no point in taking the bat out of Hernandez's hand with a close play at the plate. See if your RBI leader can pick up another one here. Brown will work from the full windup with 2 strikes. Swung on and missed. He got him to chase a fastball down and in. Hernandez will strike out to end the inning, but the Royals pick up 2 runs on just 2 hits. There were no Woodstock errors, and the Royals will leave another runner on at third base. Your score after 5 complete. Winchester 9, Woodstock 3. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action.
I could go either way, but here's the reason I go there. Because it looked like Lipsy had pulled him off to make the catch, and he called him off the last minute and tipped off the field. So he was there to make the catch, and the kick was good. I mean, he went a long way, I'll give him that. The ball was stroked. But
Now pitching for the Royals from St. Joseph University,
because if you
number 25,
Lipsy right after
Sam Davies.
Lipsy's pitch, because I think he was falling for it. And then he had to give away to the center fielder. I mean, that's the only reason I go there. I think you should understand. When you hit a ball that far, you want to get a hit.
I get it.
Fans, your Royals are back here at Bridgeport Stadium Wednesday, July 17th for a matchup with the Front Royal Cardinals of hockey. And the Royals are also at home the following night, Friday, July 18th, when they'll face off against the Newmarket Rebels at 5 p.m. as well. They hope to see you.
If they want to change, they're going to change it anyway. So I wouldn't even sweat it. They'll go down and they'll change tomorrow. The thing is, I have a hard time believing Matt Wilcox is going to be up here to town. They're down 7-0. He doesn't care about what he's doing. Now, one of the other coaches made, not Wilcox. I can see him turning to the coach going, I'm not sending somebody up here now.
The Royals will go to the bullpen. Sam Davies on for the Royals, right-hander from St. Joseph's University. Davies making his third appearance for the Royals. He's worked 3 in the third innings. Allowed 5 hits, 5 runs, 4 are earned. He's walked 1, struck out 4. No record, earned run average of 10.80. Davies, the right-hander from St. Joseph. He will face the 8-9-1 hitters for the River Bandits here in the 6th. Hansen, Pagano, and Leinbach. Nice crowd of 290 on hand for the Royals here this afternoon. First pitch, and the first pitch inside, it hits Hansen, so Hansen will be a base runner to start the inning, and that looked like it came off of Hansen and ricocheted and hit Ebbing in the throat. So not often do you see a hit pitch that hurts 2 guys. Hansen appears to be okay, but Ebbing heads toward the Royals dugout, and we'll have to see if he's able to continue. Fastball came high and tight to Hansen. He took it, looked like in the rib cage, and it ricocheted off of him right to Ebbing's throat. Got him on the side of the mask. So not a good start for Sam Davies here. And Ebbing's gonna head back toward the plate. You'd think they'd at least give him a drink of water. And that's one of those that got him where there is no padding, and that's just an awkward ricochet because you don't expect him to get him on the side of the throat. That's what they got the throat protector for, but hit him in the side after the ricochet. Tosamasho goes 5 innings, gives up 3 runs. They're all going to be unearned. He allowed 6 hits. 1, 2 walks. He did not hit anybody, no wild pitches, home runs, or balks. His strikeout total, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like he struck out 5, and he stands to be the winner if Davis and the Royals bullpen can hold on to the lead here. 1-0 the count to Pagano. The 1-0 to the River Bandits number 9 hitter. Lined into center field for a base hit. Pagano picks up his 2nd hit of the game. So just like that, the River Bandits right back in business here in the 6th. The hit batter and a single, and talk about the job the Royals bottom of the order is doing. The River Bandits right there with them. Hansen and Pagano been on base 4 out of 6 times. Bicknell with an RBI single and a run scored. That'll bring up Leinbach back to the top of the order for the River Bandits. He's 0 for 3. Reached on an error, grounded out, and flew out. And the Royals would like to see a ground ball here. Right at somebody. He squares the bunt, pulls it back, and it's off the plate for a ball. 1-0. The 1-0. He's not swinging this time, and that'll bounce all the way to the backstop. And Sam Davies off to a rocky start here for the Royals in the 6th as he'll hit a batter, give up a hit. Now he throws a wild pitch all the way to the backstop. And the River Bandits have those 2 runs they just gave up right back in scoring position. The chance to get them back to within 4. Nobody out, 2-0 the counts on the Woodstock center fielder. The 2-0 downstairs for a ball, throw to third, and back in time is Hansen. And the Royals must have seen something about Hansen's base running that when he gets on, they want to try to pick him off, because that's the second time that Ebbing's gone after Hansen, this time at third base. Hansen able to get back in safely. 3-0 the count. He squares the butt. Fastball in there for a strike. 3-1.
Ultimately, it's your decision. I don't have a problem with going either way. You can certainly understand why it'd be an error, because the ball should have been caught.
3-1. Grounded towards short. Christensen up with it. He'll chase the runner back to second. Low throw to first. Hernandez will dig it out and make the play to save Christensen an error and the Royals a base runner. Hansen will score to make it 9-4, but a golden star play by Hernandez at first. Give Lineback an RBI. He's out 6-3. The runner cannot move up as the play was right in front of him, and that'll bring up Luke Keister 1 for 3. First pitch off the plate. That's going to get away from Ebbing and go to the backstop. That one could very well go as a pass ball. We'll see how they score that one, but the River Bandits will have a runner at third with 1 out now. It is going to go as a pass ball on Ebbing. So hit batter, a wild pitch, a pass ball for the Royals here in the inning, and the River Bandits the runner at third and just 1 out. The 1-0 to Keister, swung on and missed. 1-1. Davies comes set. He'll check the runner at third. The 1-1. Downstairs, 2-1. Both these teams, baseball all weekend long before the off day on Monday. No makeup games for either one of these teams. Found on the screen, 2-2. These 2 teams have played their allotment of 30 through the first 30 dates for the Valley League. A couple games for makeup on Monday. Purcellville at Newmarket, Harrisonburg's at Waynesboro in the Southern Division. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Woodstock second baseman, he'll lunge at a slider off the plate and foul it out of play to keep in the count 2-2. Look like just protecting there, trying to stay in the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. River Bandits already have a run here in the inning, trying to get another one. The 2-2 to Keister. Popped it up. Mosh should have a play on it. He'll step back a couple steps into the right field. He'll make the play and then get the ball quickly into Ebbing, the catcher, to keep the runner at third base, and Davies right where he should be, backing up the plate. So the River Bandits got him to second and third with nobody out. Got 1 in, but now it'll take a 2-out base hit to get that second one in, but they got the right guy to do it as Logan Duffy will step in. He's 1 for 2. He's walked and scored a run. First pitch to Duffy. Off the plate for a ball, 1-0. And waiting on deck is Ryan Wilson, who just missed a 3-run home run his last time up. The 1-0 in there for a strike. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. The 1-1. Slider in there for a strike, 1-2.
At least make him change shoes, yeah.
The 1-2. Grounded toward first. Hernandez will field. He'll run over and tag the bag. And Davies will work around one of the runners he led on base. The River Bandits will score a run on a hit. There were no errors and a runner left on base. Your score after 5.5 remains Winchester, or is now Winchester 9, Woodstock 4. You listen to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a busy back here for everybody tonight. We have the Winchester Huskies versus the Tennessee Huskies. Winchester Hornets. All right, this is Tennessee Huskies.
Hornets. He's trying to do a dizzy bat competition. Little Hank Aaron there swinging for the fence.
On the roller, get set, go. There's one, there's two, there's three, there's four, there's five, there's one, back, go. All right, come out there, come out. Let's keep on.
We go to the bottom half of the sixth. The Royals lead it 9-4. The Royals 3 runs in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third. The River Bandits 3 in the fourth. Winchester tacked on 2 in the fifth, and Woodstock answered with 1 here in the sixth.
Now batter, the right fielder, number 35, Austin Lafferty.
Moses Brown, the fifth, back to the mound for the River Bandits. He'll face the middle of the order for the Royals, Lafferty, Pryor, and Christensen. He gave up a couple runs last inning. Ground ball to third. Hanson up with it. Long throw to first. And Lafferty out 5-3 as he's first pitch swinging to start the sixth. That'll bring up Mikael Pryor. Pryor, one of the 3 Royals without a hit here this afternoon. He has driven in a run with a fielder's choice. 0 for 3, a strikeout, a fielder's choice, and a ground out. First pitch to the Royals' designated hitter. Slider in there for a strike, 0-1, and Mikael didn't think much of that call. Royals trying to pick up their second 3-game winning streak of the season. See if they can add to that tomorrow night, but first things first, the 0-1 fastball misses inside. Count evens up a ball and a strike. 9 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for the Royals. 4 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for the River Bandits. The 1-1. That'll miss high inside. Did it get him? I think they're going to say it hit him, and there he goes down to first base, so it clipped Pryor on the way by. That'll be the first Royal hit by a pitch here this afternoon. That'll bring up Connor Christensen. Christensen, 3 hits through his first 2 games for the Royals. He's 0 for 3 here tonight. So Brown hits Pryor with 1 out. Christensen trying to move him around and see if the Royals can add to their 9-4 lead here in the sixth. And it's a matter of winning the back third of the game. Fastball upstairs for a ball, 1-0. Brown comes set, the 1-0. That's in there for a strike. Count evens up 1-1. Brown comes set again, the 1-1. Slider in there for a strike, 1-2. Brown had some problems with the strike zone last inning, but just the one walk, and now he's ahead in the count 1-2. Swung on a miss, and Christensen down on strikes for the second time here this afternoon. So second strikeout for Brown. And now 2 outs. Marshall Lipsy's 1 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored. Walked and scored his last time up. First pitch to Lipsy, and there for a strike, 0-1. Good fastball from Brown. The River Bandits have split the game up by 2 innings so far here this afternoon, so I'm not sure if this will be Brown's last inning or if he has a successful inning. They'll run him back out there. The 0-1 off the plate for a ball, 1-1. There is some action in the bullpen. Right-hander up, getting loose. Playing catch right now. He is not on the mound playing catch yet. The 1-1 drops in there for a strike, 1-2. Both these teams down in Shenandoah County tomorrow night. The Royals in Strasburg. The River Bandits return home to take on the Cannons. The 1-2. That'll miss inside. Count runs 2-2. Royals jumped out to a 7-0 lead. Or the River Bandits cut it to 7-3. Royals added 2 to go up 9-3. It's now 9-4. The 2-2 just misses outside. Bicknell was headed toward the dugout, as was a lot of guys wearing orange jerseys out there. It missed, but I can't tell you where. Pryor will get the head start from first. 3-2, 2 outs. Payoff pitch to Lipsy. That'll miss inside, and it'll hit Lipsy in the leg. So it'll go as the second hit batter of the inning, though it would have been ball 4. Now Morgan Miller with a chance to pick up his first RBI as a Royal. Miller still looking for his first hit as a Royal. He's 0 for 2. He walked and stole a base, also scored in the third. First pitch to Miller. That'll miss inside, and Miller had to dive out of the way, and he's trying to throw his bat toward the dugout, saying he got hit, but the umpire not buying that one. 1-0 the count. Miller would really like to pick up his first hit as a Royal right here. Browns 1-0. Swung on and missed. Good breaking ball there, 1-1. Pryor at second, Lipsy at first. They both have been hit by pitches here in the 6th inning. Lipsy's been on base 3 times here this afternoon. The 1-1 to Miller. Another hard slider swung on and missed. 1-2 now as Brown has jumped ahead in the count. The ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Brown comes set. He'll check Pryor at second. The 1-2. That'll miss down and away. Nice job by Bicknell to backhand that and keep it from allowing the base runners to move up. 2-2 the count now. The 2-2 to Miller. Grounded towards short. High hopper to Joy. Joy sets. Throws on to first. High throw. It's going to be bang bang, but Miller's going to be out at first. Good play by Joy to play the high hop and throw Miller out at first to end the inning. For the Royals, no runs, no hits, no errors. They'll leave 2 on base. Your score after 6 complete. Winchester 9, Woodstock 4. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action.
501c3 community nonprofit organization, the Winchester Royals rely on the support of our local sponsors to fund our team. Please take a moment to view the signs along the concourse fence as well as the advertisements in your program. Be sure to visit and support the local businesses who make our baseball team possible. If your company or organization would like to join the Royals family of sponsors, please visit our website, winchesterroyals.org/sponsors.
Sam Davies back to the mound for the Royals. He'll face the middle of the order for the River Bandits here in the 7th. Wilson Joy and Riley Bubb, who pinch hit for the River Bandits back in the 5th inning, new designated hitter, assuming they don't send somebody else up to hit. Davies on for his 2nd inning of work. He hit the first guy he faced. Hansen came around to score, but he was able to work around that, giving up just the 1 run. Royals up 9-4, trying to win the back third of the game and pick up their 3rd straight victory and move to 6-2 for the month of June. Only 2 losses in the month of June, 10-3. They took it on the chin 6-2 in July. I don't know who we're playing. I don't know what month we're in. Maybe I should just go home and go to bed. Took it on the chin 10-3 to the Rebels on July 1st, and then a 9-8 10-inning loss this past Sunday to the Purcellville Cannons, the only 2 losses the Royals have in the inning. Ryan Wilson just missed a home run his last time up. He is 0 for 2. He's reached on an error and scored. He's also walked and struck out. First time he's facing Davies here this afternoon. First pitch will miss upstairs. 1-0. Ball, no strikes. Nobody out, top of the 7th. The 1-0 will miss downstairs. 2-0. Royals would like to see Davies eat up a couple innings here this afternoon. The 2-0, that'll miss downstairs. 3-0, and save some bullpen guys for the rest of the weekend with 2 big road games coming up at Strasburg and at Front Royal. The 3-0 from Davies will miss outside. He walked him on, well, he'll get the benefit of a borderline fastball on the outside corner, 3-1. I was writing down ball 4 already, but the disagreement from the umpire, that'll be ball 4. Slider misses inside, so Wilson still gets the walk. He just had to wait an extra pitch. Number 10, Preston Joy. Joy is 1 for 3, singled. He also drove in a run with a ground out back in the 4th. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1 to Preston Joy. That'll miss high and away. Count evens 1-1. Runner at first, nobody out, top of the 7th. The River Bandits trail at 9-4. They try to stage a late game rally here to overtake the Royals. The 1-1. Line into center field for a base hit. Joy hit that one right on the screws, and the River Bandits have something going here in the 7th. And for those that don't believe me when I say it's the Valley League, anything can happen, I just referenced the Strasburg Front Royal game 2 nights ago where the Cardinals entered the 9th with a 9-3 lead, and watch the Express score 8 runs in the bottom of the 9th and win it 11-9. Bub 0 for 1. He struck out. He squares to bunt, drops it down. He bunts through it. Throw to second base is going to be off the glove of Christensen into center field, but Wilson did not pick it up quick enough to move on to third, and probably down 5 runs. He decided it probably wasn't a good idea to try up anyway. So Bub asked to bunt. He bunted through it. He's down in the count 0-1 now. Davies will come set, the 0-1. On miss outside, County evens up a ball and a strike. Davies comes set, the 1-1. That'll drop in there. Well, no, it doesn't either. He came up. I thought he was calling to strike, but he said it was high. He came out of the crouch like he was going to throw the right arm up, but he did not. 2-1 the count. Check of the runners, the 2-1. That's lined in the left center field for a base hit. They're going to send the runner. Cutting it off is Derschlag. He'll fire into Hernandez. They got the runner going to third. Now they got him hung up. A base running mistake by the River Bandits. Joy thought the play was coming all the way to the plate. He thought that Derschlag had missed the cutoff man, and so he headed toward third. Hernandez cut the throw off and threw to third to retire Joy, so he'll be out he'll be out 8-3 to 5. And a big out for the Royals, as Davies had not retired anybody, but he gets Joy on the base running error there. Wilson will score to make it 9-5. But now instead of first and second with nobody out, it's runner at first with one out for Bicknell, who is 1 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored. Second run that Wilson has scored here this afternoon, and that's going to hit Bicknell in the head. So Davies continues to struggle, as he is yet to retire a hitter. His defense got him an out here in the inning. And that'll bring up Trevor Hansen. Hansen 1 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch and he scored a run. And that might very well be the end of the line for Sam Davies, as he let the first 2 guys reach base in the 6th inning before retiring the next 3 to get out of the inning. But the first 4 here in this inning have all reached. And that will be the end of the line for Sam Davies. Davies will go an inning and a third. And again, he gets the third because of his defense. He gives up 3 hits. 1 last inning, 2 this inning. He has hit 2 batters. 1 wild pitch, no home runs or balks. He walked 1, that was here in this inning, and did not strike anybody out. The Royals will bring on the right-hander from Shenandoah, Nick Bell. Obviously, Nick Bell plays his home games in the spring right here for the Royals. Bell making his 7th appearance for the Royals. He has started 1 game. He's worked 11 in the 3rd innings, allowed 21 hits, 17 runs, 14 are earned. He's walked 4, struck out 14. He is 0-1 with an earned run average of 11.11. And he'll be the 3rd pitcher of the game for the Royals. Davies cannot win it, cannot lose it, as 2 guys on base are the only runs he can give up. He's already allowed 2 runs, 1 in each inning he pitched, and the 2 guys on base his responsibility. Both runs he's allowed so far are earned. Bell trying to close the door and keep the Royals up by 4. And of course, Nick Bell will get the opportunity, if not this inning, possibly next inning, to face his teammate Luke Keister, who's hitting in the toe hole for the River Bandits, but he's 4 hitters away. And the Royals hope that Bell doesn't face 4 more guys this inning. Trevor Hansen, he's 1 for 2. Hit by a pitch, scored a run. First pitch from Bell to Hansen. In there for a strike, 0-1.
And I just got an email from Chamberlain.
Preston Joy picks up his second hit of the game here in this inning. Swung on and missed. Good breaking ball there from Bell, and Hansen out in front over the top. 0-2. So good start to the inning for Bell. See what he goes 0-2 here. The set, the 0-2. Hine in 1-2. Try to get him to chase one up the ladder, but Hansen laid off of it. Now ball gets loose. Out on the field, I guess. As Miller has to track it down and throw it back where it came from. The 1-2 from Bell. Swung on and missed. Hansen chases a slider way down and away, and he waves at it, and Hansen can't believe he swung at that pitch, but he's down on strikes. A huge strikeout for Bell and the Royals. That'll bring up Joey Pagano. Pagano 2 for 3 with an RBI. And Bell would really love to get Pagano out and face the top of the order in the 8th inning. First pitch to Pagano. Slider in there for a strike, 0-1. So Bell's come on throwing strikes here, and that has been his forte. He doesn't have a lot of walks. Four walks, 14 strikeouts in his appearances so far. The 0-1, that's in there for a strike, and Pagano did not agree as he thought it was high and away. 0-2 the count on the River Bandits right fielder Joey Pagano, trying to extend the inning here. River Bandits have scored a run to get to within 4, trying to inch closer. The 0-2 in the dirt. Nice job by Ebbing to keep that from skipping through and letting everybody move up a base. A ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Each team with 9 hits, each team with 2 errors. The Royals lead at 9-5 where it counts. The Woodstock trying to get a little bit closer. The 1-2 to Pagano. Swung on and missed. He got caught looking for an off-speed pitch, and Bell threw the fastball, and by the time Pagano had a chance to adjust, he was way behind and swung through it. The River Bandits will score a run on 2 hits. There were no Royals errors and 2 left on. Your score after 6.5, Winchester 9, Woodstock 5. You listen to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action.
But he was the driver first behind.
Thank you, sir. Greg, do you know his name? Yeah, it's Noah Bertner. Noah Bertner? Bertner. Bertner? Yeah, okay, thank you. He's 4. Yeah. Now pitching for the River Bandits from Bluefield College, number 23, Noah Bertner.
The River Bandits do indeed stay with their theme of each guy going 2 innings as they'll once again go to the bullpen. On to pitch for the River Bandits here to start the bottom half of the 7th. Noah Burtner. Burtner, the right-hander from Bluefield College, making his 10th appearance for the River Bandits, all in relief. He's worked 8 2/3 innings, allowed 8 hits, 7 runs, 5 were earned. He's walked 8, struck out 8. He's 1-0 with a 5.19 earned run average. Becomes the 4th pitcher of the game for Woodstock. Moses Brown will go 2 innings, allows 2 runs. They're both earned. 2 hits, a walk, 2 strikeouts. He hit 2 wild pitches, did give up the home run to Derschlag, and he will not figure into the decision here this afternoon as Josh Nielsen still on the hook for the loss if the River Bandits cannot rally here in the last couple innings. Burtner will face 8-9-1 for the Royals here in the 8th. Peyton Ebbing to lead it off. Ebbing has been on base a couple times. He scored a couple runs. First pitch way outside for a ball, 1-0. Ebbing 1 for 2. A walk, a stolen base. He has scored twice. The 1-0 to Ebbing. Run it right back to Burtner. Burtner will hold it up. Run it halfway to first. Underhand toss to Wilson for the out. So Ebbing retired 1-3. Back to the top of the order for Connie Derschlag, who's had himself a nice little afternoon. 2 for 3. He's been hit by a pitch. Reached on an error. Drove in a run with a single in the 3rd and hit a 2-run home run in the 5th. 2 for 3, 3 runs scored, 3 RBIs for Derschlag. He and Lafferty both with 3 RBIs here for the Royals this afternoon. Derschlag, first pitch swinging, fouled into the screen, 0-1. 9 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for the Royals. 5 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for the River Bandits as we play here in the bottom half of the 7th. Royals trying to pick up their 4th win of the year against the River Bandits and their 2nd 3-game winning streak, which should match their longest. The 0-1 line toward right field for a base hit, and Derschlag stays hot. His 3rd hit of the game. He's the first Royal with 3 hits. 2 others have 2 hits here this afternoon. Jack Mosh, one of those 2 others with 2 hits. Mosh 2 for 4. He scored a run. He's also stolen a base. Runner at first, 1 out. Mosh trying to help the Royals add to a 9-5 lead here in the 7th. Off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Good hard fastball from Burtner, but off the plate. After tonight, just 4 more home games for the Royals as they try to pass the Rebels and the Cardinals to get into that playoff spot. The 1-0. That'll miss upstairs, 2-0. The River Bandits trying to do the exact same thing as these 2 teams come in with the same record, 13-17, tied for last, but just a game behind Front Royal. That 3rd and final playoff spot. The 2-0 to Mosh, hammered deep to the right, but it'll go foul and land just shy of the River Bandits bullpen. That ball was hit on a line and with some authority, but well foul. Two balls and a strike. 1 out here in the 7th. The 2-1 to Mosh. Off the plate for a ball. Throw to first, and they're going to overthrow the bag. And up and moving on to second is Derschlag. It'll be the 3rd error of the game by the River Bandits. And Bicknell tried to throw behind Derschlag at first, and he just airmailed it into right field. So now the Royals will have a runner in scoring position with less than 2 outs, and now Bicknell's going to go and have a chat with Burtner and make sure they're square on the signs of the runner at second base. Combined 8 errors between 2 teams here last night. Between the Royals and the Cannons, a combined 5 errors here tonight as we play in the 7th inning. pitch was off the plate, so Mosh ahead in the count, now 3-1, with a chance to drive in a run here. With the runner now in scoring position, the 3-1 to Mosh. That'll miss outside, and Mosh will draw the walk. That'll bring up Jalen Hernandez. Not a bad guy to have at the plate with runners on first and second and one out. Hernandez singled, scored in the first. He's also walked, grounded out, and struck out. 1 for 3 with the run scored. And he's got Austin Lafferty hot on his heels for the RBI lead for the Royals, as Lafferty's driven in 3 here this afternoon. Hernandez looking for his first RBI of the game. Lafferty gets up there with the bases loaded. He's got a chance to tie Hernandez with the base hit. First pitch to Jalen. That'll miss up. That'll catch the outside corner, and Jalen, like I did, thought it stayed outside, and he'll ask the umpire a question, shaking his head, and said, all right, if you say so, you're the man in charge. Nothing and 1 the count on Hernandez. Bertner's 0-1. That'll miss outside. Count evens 1-1. He calls that one a strike. I'm picking up and I'm going home. Ball and a strike, 1 out. Royals lead at 9-5. The scoreboard just shut down on us. The scoreboard mites playing with the scoreboard. The 1-1 to Hernandez. Lifted toward left field. Duffy should have plenty of room to make the catch. He'll backtrack and make the catch about 2 steps shy of the warning track. Hernandez will fly out to left for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Austin Lafferty now.
Now batter, the right fielder, number 35, Austin Lafferty.
Lafferty 2 for 2 in his first 2 at-bats with 3 RBIs. He has since struck out and grounded out, 2 for 4 on the game. Still looking for his first long one of the season. If he hits a home run here, not only does it give him his first home run, but it'll give him the RBI lead for the Royals. And it'd give the Royals a 12-5 lead. First pitch from Bertner downstairs for a ball. 1-0. The Royals led it 7-0 after 3, and there were thoughts of possibly getting out of here in 7 if the Royals could tacked on 3 more and kept the River Bandits off the board, but Woodstock has closed it within 4, and it'd take a pretty big inning to end it here in this inning. The 1-0. Popped it up. Going back is Keister. Coming in is Pagano, and Pagano will make the catch in shallow right field. So the Royals get 2 on with 1 out, but the middle of the order can't move them around. For the Royals here in the 7th, no runs a hit. There were no errors, and 2 runners left on base. Your score after 7 complete. Winchester 9, Woodstock 5. You listen to the Winchester Royals and Valley Baseball League action.
So get out your purple tickets. Tonight's prize is $84. The winning ticket number is 947608. 947608. 947608. Whoever has this winning ticket, bring it to the back of the press box and get you 50-50 winners. That did sound excessive.
No, but it was good. Because the first one, people were so pulling up.
Oh, okay. That is what it is, because I'm like, I don't know how long to give.
Yeah.
This is still Nick Dillon. Fans, stay tuned for the wiffle ball toss during the 8th inning. You've been chosen as a contestant. Make sure to be on the far side of the third base dugout at the top of the 8th.
And he don't care if the guy's warming up, he'll walk right behind the catcher. Somebody's gonna light him up one of these times. Not necessarily intentional. Somebody walking behind the catcher, that's what he's on, that's why I throw it.
Nick Bell back to the mound for the Royals. Came on in relief in the 7th, struck out the only 2 guys he faced. He'll face the top of the order here. 1, 2, 3, Lineback, Keister, and Duffy to hit for the Woodstock River Bandits. The Royals lead it 9-5. Bell trying to hold on for the Royals. Pick up Vince Dolcemasio's second win of the season. And if Bell were able to finish it, the first pitch hits the batter. Or are they going to call it a foul ball? They called it a foul ball, and Leinbach is showing him his hand, saying, no, it hit me in the hand. And now Mike Mocock's going to come down and have a conversation with the umpire, because everybody on the Woodstock side thought that was hit the hand, and Leinbach showed the umpire that it hit his hand, and now the umpire is going to come together and have a conversation. And if this goes as a foul ball, Mike Mocock might lose his mind and get thrown out of the game. Steve Williams, the first base umpire, has his hat off walking into the conversation just like Mike Mocock does. I don't know what input the third base umpire would have, because he's behind the hitter. He wouldn't see it one way or the other. And now they're going to look at his hand. And if there's any mark on his hand, he's going to go to first base. And they are going to give him first base. And that'll bring out the Royals Brain Trust. So Leinbach immediately showed the hand to the umpire, who said, no, it was a foul ball. Umpires got together after Mike Mocock questioned the call, and now the Royals will question the call. It'll go as the third hit batter of the game for Royals pitchers. First for Nick Bell, who struck out the first two he faced last inning. And I don't know that there was ever any doubt that the Royals were going to lose that discussion. So runner at first with nobody out. And it'll bring up Keister. You know, these two guys have probably seen each other in some inter-squad scrimmages. Keister on the game, 1 for 4. Reached on a fielder's choice, grounded out, singled, and popped the second. River Bandits need a couple more base runners to get the tying run on base here. That slider down and away, 1-0. Bell came on with runners on first and second in the 7th. So if he were able to finish this game, he would qualify for a save. But first things first, get through the 8th and worry about the save later. The 1-0 to Keister, throw to first, had him leaning the wrong way, and a stronger throw probably would have got him, but that's the old Kevin Anderson first pitch, or the first pick. Kind of lollipop it over, then you show him the good one. That's been Kevin Anderson's forte for many years, since I was getting instructed by the big guy. Fastball in there for a strike. Count evens up 1-1. Bell comes set. He'll check the runner at first. The 1-1. Now they throw to first, and again had him leaning the wrong way, but that time able to get back in safely. That was the better, quicker move. The 1-1, he's off with the pitch. Keister squares to bunt, pulls it back to throw to second. It's going to be on the wrong side of the bag, and Leinbach will slide in safely. He'll steal second. He'll be there now with nobody out. And a 2-1 pitch coming to Keister. Having had a good throw down to second base, but it was on the shortstop side of the bag, and Leinbach able to slide in safely. The 2-1 will miss inside. It's 3-1. And after striking out the two guys he faced in the 7th to get the Royals out of the inning, he's hit a batter and gone 3-1 on another batter here in the 8th. Keister squares. Fastball in there for a strike. Count runs full, 3-2. That's that old square around with 3 balls to try to distract the hitter, and I never did like that. The 3-2 lifted toward left field, should be easy for Lipsy. He'll come on and help to make a diving effort. He does not make the catch. I think Lipsy might have misread it off the bat. And Lipsy had to come on and try to make the diving catch and couldn't get to it. So what looked like a routine fly ball to left turns into a base hit for Keister. And now the River Bandits in business again here in the 8th. Third inning in a row that they've got the first two guys on base. The last 2 innings they've scored one each. Logan Duffy hits. He is 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Fastball misses, down and away, 1-0. Keister on first. We'll see if the River Bandits put him in motion and try to get a couple runners into scoring position for the middle of the order here. Don't go away yet. This one's not over. The 1-0 to Duffy. That'll miss outside, 2-0. So Bell digging himself a hole here in the 8th. The set, the 2-0 to Duffy. Fouled out of play, 2-1. Bell with a good fastball there to get back into the count. Royals would gladly give up a run here if they can get a ground ball and turn 2 over. Bell's 2-1. Off the plate for a ball, 3-1, and he's a pitch away from walking him loaded here to start the 8th. And that guy, Ryan Wilson, who didn't miss hitting one out of here earlier by much, would come to the plate to represent the tying run. That's going to get through into right field for a base hit. The River Bandits going station to station. Keister goes first to third. A seeing eye single through the right side of the Royals infield. Duffy an RBI single, and the River Bandits get a little bit closer. Lineback will score. Keister goes first to third, and again, the River Bandits not hitting him hard in this inning, but a couple hits that see through and drop in front, and all of a sudden the tying run at the plate in the form of big Ryan Wilson. He'll take a breaking ball off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Royals at one time led this one 7-0. The 1-0 in there for a strike. The home plate umpire looked like he kind of second guessed himself, as changed his mind and threw the right hand up. Second hit for Duffy, the 4th River Bandit with 2 hits here this afternoon. The 1-1 to Wilson. Fouled into the screen, 1-2, a hanging slider that Wilson took a pretty good hack at. Bell gets away with a pitch that he probably didn't want anywhere near the location that it was in. Now I would look for the slider down and away. See if you can't get Wilson to wave at it like he did twice last inning. He being Bell. The 1-2, slider down and away. Wilson swings over the top of it, and he's down on strikes. Bell's 3rd strikeout since coming on last inning.
Now batter, the shortstop, number 10.
First here in the inning, and a big one there, and that'll bring up Preston Joy. Joy 2 for 4.
Sir, hey, first or first? Third. Okay, third. Yes, sir.
RBI ground out in the 4th. He's also singled in the 5th and the 7th. It was his base running error that registered the first out in the 7th and kept the River Bandits from getting closer than they did. Slider in there for a strike, 0-1. Now the Royals would really like to get that ground ball double play. The 0-1. That's hammered down the right field line. It's going to go for extra bases. 1 run's going to score. Rounding second and going to third. They're going to hold him right there, and the River Bandits are going to have the tying run in scoring position as Joy smoked that down the right field line. And look out, here come the Bandits. Royals jumped out to a 7-0 lead. Since then, they've had a 2-run home run off the bat of Connie Derschlag, and that's been their offense. Joy's 3rd hit of the game, 2nd RBI. And we might see another pitching change here as the Royals bullpen trying to hang on. The River Bandits have scored twice here in the inning. We'll see if Nick Bell stays in the game or if the Royals are going to make a pitching change. And they will take the baseball from Nick Bell, and Bell will come out. So he cannot win it, cannot lose it, but the runners on base are his responsibility. If they score, not only would Dolph Lamascio lose his win, but Nilsson would no longer be responsible for the loss. Bell goes 1 inning. He's given up 3 hits. 3 hits. 3 hits all in this inning. Struck out 3. Has not walked anybody, but did hit a batter. No wild pitches, home runs, or balks. Is responsible for the runners on base, and so far has given up 2 runs.
Now pitching for the Royals, from Stephen F. Austin University, number 33, Reed Boyer.
Reed Boyer on the pitch for the Royals, the right-hander from Stephen F. Austin. Trying to get the Royals out of a major jam here in the 7th as they have watched most of their 7-run lead disappear. Reed Boyer making his 4th appearance for the Royals, all in relief. He's worked 8 2/3 innings, allowed 12 hits, 2 runs. They're both earned. He's walked 2, struck out 4. He's 1-0 with a 2.07 earned run average. And right now on to try to save it for Dolph Lamascio, but more importantly, just get through the 8th. And again, worry about the 9th when that time comes. The tying runs in scoring position now for Riley Bubb, who singled and drove in a run his 2nd time up. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI single. And a base hit would start us all over again. Royals scored 7 runs on 6 hits. 7 runs on 7 hits in the first 3 innings. In the last 4, they've scored 2 runs on 3 hits, and those 2 runs on a 2-run home run off the bat of Connie Durschlag. So Bub with a chance to tie it up here. Fourth pitcher for the Royals. Line drive right to the shortstop, and the Royals are going to catch a break as Bub hit it right on the screws, but right to Connor Christensen. Good base running by both base runners to stay right where they were at, so no chance of getting doubled off. But now it's up to Drake Bicknell. He is 1 for 3, was hit in the head his last time up. He's driven in a run and scored a run. But now instead of the tying run on with 1 out, it's now a 2-out base hit the River Bandits need. And they're going to get it. Bicknell's going to drop it down into center field. The throw home will not come to the plate. Bicknell, first pitch swinging, drops a base hit into center field, and the River Bandits have come all the way back to tie this one at 9.
Now back, the 3rd baseman, number 38.
Boyer comes on, throws 2 fastballs. Both got hit pretty hard. The first one, the Royals catch a break. The next one, not so much. And Dolph Lamacio's good game will be wasted, and now Mike Bocock might lose his mind as that ball hit down the 3rd base line. It's called foul, and Bocock thought it was fair, which would have given the River Bandits the lead easily. Hansen is 1 for 3. He's been hit and scored a run. The River Bandits have scored 4 times here in the 8th to tie the game up. Fouled out of play, 0-2. So the starters will no longer figure into the decision here this afternoon. Dolph Lamascio loses the lead or the win, and Nilsson will not take the loss. The 0-2 to Hansen in the dirt, knocked down by the catcher. Ebbing didn't see him going right away, and Hansen will I'm sorry, Bicknell will slide in safely, so he'll move up on the wild pitch. Ebbing knocked it down, and nobody said anything right away to alert him that the runner was going, and now the lead run in scoring position for the Bandits. The 1-2, trying it toward left, into left field for a base hit. Lipsy up with it, the throw to the plate is going to be in plenty of time, and he is going to be out at the plate. Marshall Lipsy has saved the game for the time being as Hansen singles to left, but Lipsy, a one-hop perfect strike to the plate to throw out Bicknell, trying to give the Bandits the lead, give Hansen a base hit, and Bicknell out 7-2 to end the inning. But the Bandits will score 4 times on 5 hits. No Winchester errors, and they'll leave a runner on base, your new score, after 7.5. Woodstock 9, Winchester 9. Brand new ball game. You're listening to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action.
Oh, God. The kids are just watching. What is this? This is comic.
It's still the same guy.
After 3 innings, it looked like the Royals had a chance to get a 10-run rule win. You got it here in 7 innings. Now, as we head to the bottom of the 8th, the River Bandits have come all the way back to tie it up 9-9, thanks to a 2-out, 2-run signal off the bat of Drake Bicknell. His second hit, 3rd RBI of the game, has tied this one up. And we're 1 hit shy for the Bandits. Let's see who's got a hit that I didn't give to. Oh, I didn't give Hansen his last hit. 5, 6, 7 hit for the Royals here in the 8th. Pryor, Christensen, and Lipsy. The Royals need a run to try to end this one in the 9th. Or end it after the top of the 9th. First pitch to Pryor. Fouled out of play, 0-1. The Royals have watched a 7-0 lead slip away, and we're 9-9 in the bottom of the 8th. The 0-1 to Lipsy. That'll catch the outside corner, 0-2. Lipsy for the game, 0 for 3 with an RBI. He's also been hit by a pitch. The Royals need a base runner, don't care how they get it. The 0-2. Swung on and missed. Pryor down on strikes. A good breaking ball there from Bertner for out number 1 here in the 8th. And that'll bring up Connor Christensen. Christensen 0 for 4 with a couple strikeouts.
Connor Christensen.
This could be you have those victories that you hope will jumpstart the team and send you on to bigger and better things. This could be the complete opposite. It could be a completely demoralizing loss for the Royals if they can't rebound and come back and win this one off the plate for a ball 1-0. On the other hand, it could very well jumpstart the River Bandits as they're looking for their 4th win in a row after a 6-game losing streak. The 1-0 in there for a strike, 1-1. Ball and a strike, 1 out. Bottom of the 8th, 9-9. The River Bandits have now out-hit the Royals 14-10. The 1-1 in the dirt for a ball, 2-1. The Royals 7 hits after 3 innings. They've had 3 hits since. 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 7th, and that has been the extent of the offense since the Royals went up 7-0. The 2-1, that'll miss downstairs, 3-1. Right-hander up, getting loose in the River Bandits bullpen. The 3-1. Strike 2 called. On the outside corner, runs the count full, 3-2. The 3-2. Lifted towards center field. Should be easy for Leinbach. He's tracking it back towards the wall, and now he'll make the catch. Just in front of the fence as that one carried and took the center fielder all the way to the fence, but he makes the catch right before hitting the fence. So deep fly ball for Christensen for out number 2, and that'll bring up Marshall Lipsy now. Lipsy 1 for 2. He's driven in a run. He's been hit and walked. He's also scored a run. He tries to become a 2-out base runner for the Royals here in the 8th. That's in there for a strike, 0-1. Royals led it 7-0 and then 9-3. The River Bandits have scored 6 unanswered to tie this one up. The 0-1. Downstairs for a ball. Count evens 1-1. The 1-1 to Lipsy. Swung on and missed. Had a pretty good hack, but swung at the ball down on his toes. Slider down and in. 1-2 the count. Bertner's 1-2 off the plate for a ball. 2-2. So Lipsy trying to extend the inning. Bring up the newest Royal, the 2-2. Grounded foul toward the River Bandits bullpen, and it'll roll to a stop right in front. Count holds 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fouled into the screen. The count holds 2-2. River Bandits have gotten at least 2 hits in 4 of the last 5 innings. Swung on and missed, and Lipsy down on strikes. So the River Bandits offense is kicked into gear. The Royals have gone into neutral, and Royals will go in order here in the 8th. And your score after 8 complete: Woodstock 9, Winchester 9. You listen to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action.
For any kids interested in running the bases after the game, be sure to head over to the far side of the third base dugout at the end of the game. Fans, don't forget your Royals are back here at Bridgeport Stadium Wednesday, July 17th for a matchup with the Front Royal Cardinals at 5 p.m.
Reed Boyer back to the mound for the Royals, on for his first full inning of work. He came on to try to preserve the lead in the 8th, was unable to do so as Bicknell's 2-out RBI, 2 RBI single tied the game up. Nick Bell will close the book on him. He goes an inning, allows 4 runs. They're all earned, 3 hits. He did not walk anybody. He hit 1, struck out 3, and will not figure into the decision here this afternoon.
Now batter, the right field, number 26,
9-1-2 to face Boyer here in the 9th. Pagano, Leinbach, and Keister. Pagano 2 for 4 with an RBI here this afternoon. And no matter what happens here in the top of the ninth, the Royals will hit the bottom of the ninth. Ground ball to short. Christensen up with it. Long throw to first. And he overthrew Hernandez somehow. Hernandez stretched to make the catch, and I don't know what happened there, and I don't know if Hernandez catches it if he's out anyway. But Hernandez stretched for the ball, and I don't know if he lost it in the sun. It just went over the top of his glove. And it'll go as an infield hit for Pagano. They're going to say he would have beat it anyway.
Now that's center field.
Give Pagano his third hit. The River Bandits have the lead run on here to start the ninth. The last 3 innings, check that, the last 4 innings, the River Bandits' first 2 hitters all reached base. Kleinbach will pop this one up, but it's going to be foul. Let's see if Miller will have a chance to make the catch, and he will not as it's out of play. And let's even go back to the 4th inning. So the last 5 innings, the River Bandits' first 2 hitters have all reached base, and that's not a good recipe there if you're the Royals, and might explain how the 7-run lead is no more. They have the leadoff man on here in the ninth. The 0-1 throw to first back in time is Pagano. Pagano and Joy with 3 hits each. Keister, Duffy, Bicknell, and Hansen with 2 hits each. Only 2 guys in the River Bandits lineup without a hit, and one of them at the plate right now. 1-1 the counts to the center fielder for the Woodstock River Bandits as he tries to get the lead run into scoring position. The 1-1 lifted toward left field. Lipsy will backtrack a couple steps. He'll settle underneath of it about 2 steps in front of the warning track and make the catch for the first out here in the ninth. The Royals have 2 walk-off wins here this season. One was a 10-run walk-off win as they got a 3-run home run in the 7th inning to knock off Newmarket here one night, 13-3. But the other one, they had to rally for 2 runs in the bottom of the ninth to beat the Rebels in the other walk-off win. That was on fireworks night here. Squared fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. The 10-run victory was on fireworks night, rather. The other win, the end of June. The 0-1 to Keister fouled out of play as the runner was off with the pitch, and he'll have to come back. Keister 2 for 5. Scored a big run in the 8th to help the River Bandits tie the game up. And now his job is to get the runner to scoring position. They'd like to see him shoot a base hit somewhere and get him first to third. The 0-2 swung on and foul tipped into the catcher's glove. Keister's trying to say that it hit the ground. The umpire says no. Ebbing caught it. And none of the River Bandits coaches are arguing the call, so either they thought it was a good catch or they didn't see it. But Keister is down on strikes for the second out, and that'll bring up Logan Duffy. Duffy, a big RBI single his last time up, came in to score. He is 2 for 4. This one popped up. Mosh going back on it. Now he'll be called off by Christensen. He'll catch the ball in shallow center field. So the River Bandits get a leadoff hit here in the ninth, but leave him at first. And the Royals will go to the bottom of the ninth, a chance to walk it off. Your score after 8.5, Winchester 9, Woodstock 9. You listen to the Winchester Royals in Valley Baseball League action.
Fans come out to Trumpet Vine Farm in Stevens City on Saturday, September 21st for the first Winchester Royals Charity Texas Hold'em Tournament. Join us for an evening of fun and face off against some serious players. Tickets are $125 per player and $25 for spectators, which include entry into the tournament, hors d'oeuvres, and 2 drink coupons for players. Doors open at 6 p.m. and play begins at 7 p.m. Register now at WinchesterRoyals.org to play.
We go to the bottom of the ninth. The River Bandits again will go to the bullpen. They'll keep up their every 2-inning trend for this game. Number 28, Davian Giles from Eckerd College on to pitch now for the River Bandits.
Now pitching for the River Bandits from Eckerd College, number 28, Davian Giles.
Giles, right-handed pitcher, fifth pitcher of the game for the River Bandits. Giles making his 8th appearance. He has started 2 games for Woodstock. He's worked 14 into third innings, allowed 21 hits, 10 runs, 9 are earned. He's walked 6, struck out 17. He's 0-2. He does have 1 save with a 5.65 earned run average, and obviously not a save situation here as he comes into a tie ball game with the Royals trying to win it. A walk-off win, not as good as a 7-run win, but it certainly is the type of game that could propel you to good things. So the Royals hoping to get something going. The 8-9 guys will start it off 8-9-1, and these 2 guys, the first 3 innings, were on base 3 out of 4 times. They've since gone 0 for 4. Morgan Miller, the newest Royal, the third baseman, 0 for 3 in his Royals debut. He lined out to center in his first time, walked and scored in the third. He's also grounded out to short twice for his 3 at-bats. The Royals have 3 guys without hits. The Royals through the first 3 innings are out hitting the River Bandits 7-0. Since then, the River Bandits have out hit the Royals 15-3. Miller, decent speed. I wouldn't be opposed to seeing him drop down the third baseline and make Hansen come on and try to field it. He's about halfway. First pitch from Giles. In there for a strike, 0-1. And if the Royals go to extra innings, they have not had good luck in extra innings this year. They have trouble getting that runner in from second in the 10th inning. The 0-1 lifted toward right field. Should be easy for Pagano. He'll range over and make the catch. First out here in the inning is Miller will fly out to right, and that'll bring up Peyton Ebbing.
Now the catch, number 4, Peyton Ebbing.
Ebbing 1 for 3, singled the second. He walked in the third, scored both times. He has since popped up and grounded back to the pitcher. Noah Bertner, the first River Bandits pitcher today that didn't give up a run. Slider in there for a strike, 0-1. Bertner goes 2 innings, allows 1 hit. It was a walk, 2 strikeouts, and did not allow a run. The 0-1 to Ebbing off the plate for a ball, 1-1. And the other thing that comes into play here at Bridgeforth is we don't have lights. So if this goes too far tied, we're going to have to suspend it and try again some other night. That's off the plate for a ball, 2-1 the count. So the Royals would really like to do it right here and be done with it. And if Ebbing wants to hit one out of the ballpark, I'm sure that'll be just fine with the home folk. The 2-1 downstairs for a ball, 3-1, and Ebbing walking would be okay for the top of the order to try to drive him around. Derschlag has been on base all 5 times here this afternoon. The 3-1 to Ebbing, way outside, and the Royals will get a 1-out base runner here in the 9th. Derschlag hit his first home run as a Royal here this afternoon. He was hit by a pitch. He was reached on an error, and he has picked up hits in his last 3 at-bats. An RBI single, a 2-run home run, and a single in the 7th. In fact, this single in the 7th is the last hit the Royals have had, the only hit the Royals have had since the 5th inning. So I'm sure the Royals would like to see Derschlag run one out the alley and see what kind of wheels Ebbing has at first base. The winning run at first, the first pitch to Derschlag. In the dirt for a ball, 1-0. And a wild pitch would be okay to move him over and give him a chance to drive it in here. Durslag gets on base. You got 3 guys that you have a lot of confidence in driving in the run, the 1-0. And that'll hit him, and the Royals are going to get the winning run in scoring position. He came in high and tight on Durslag, and it hit him in the arm. And like I said, your next 3 guys are guys you got all the confidence in the world in driving in that run.
Second base, number 31.
Jack Mosh, last time in this situation in the bottom of the 9th, rocketed one down the right field line, and that time it was a 2-run double to tie the game. This one, a base hit wins it for the Royals. Ebbing at second, Durslag at first. The Royals don't have a hit in the inning, but a hit here wins it. And now we're going to have a pinch runner for somebody. Shanley Wall is going to come in to run for Ebbing. So the Royals are going to put their best base runner on at second for Ebbing. Ebbing will finish the game with a couple hits, a couple runs, and come off representing the winning run. Obviously, Wall won't stay in the game to catch, so if the Royals don't score here, they'll have to.
East Stroudsburg University, Shanley Wall. Pinch running, sorry.
So Shanley Wall goes to second representing the winning run. Jack Mosh, Hernandez, and Lafferty. I don't know 3 other guys in the Royals lineup that you'd rather have up in this situation. And Mosh may face a new pitcher, and he is definitely going to face a new pitcher. And Davian Giles faces 3 guys. He only gives up, he didn't give up any hits, but he hit a batter and walked a batter. The runners on base are his responsibility. No hits, no strikeouts, wild pitches, home runs, or balks, but the 2 runners on base are his guys. And Mike Bocock always has some stud reliever save guy in the bullpen that he goes to, and this might be what he's doing here. We'll see who the new pitcher is. Looks like number 11, Stephen West from Florida Memorial University. Big right-hander. Will be the 6th pitcher of the game for the River Bandits. Take a look at Mr. West's numbers.
Now pitching for the River Bandits, Florida Memorial University, number 11, Stephen West.
And West might, oh, there he is. I was going to say, I can't find him. West making his 13th appearance. He does have 1 start. Everything else in relief. He's worked 18 innings, allowed 14 hits, 7 runs. They're all earned. He's walked 11, struck out 19. He's 1-1 with 1 save, earned run average of 3.50. And he comes in here to try to get the Royals out in the 9th and push us to extra innings. If the Royals win it here, the loss would go to Giles. The win would go to Boyer. There's a couple of things that need to happen before that takes place. Jack Mosh's biggest hit as a Royal came Sunday night here in the bottom of the 9th against Percival. He's trying to top that here with the game winner. But he'll do it against a new pitcher. West finishing up his warm-up tosses. 9 runs, 15 hits, 3 errors for the Bandits. 9 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors for the Royals. They've got the winning run at second base thanks to a walk and a hit batter. And again, Peyton Ebbing has been taken out. And Shanley Wall is at second base, pinch running, representing the winning run. So Stephen West against Jack Mosh. And just watching West warm up, I don't know that I wouldn't be up there taking a strike, at least make him throw under the first pitch here. But if he grooves you a fastball, you want to take a hack at it and win the game right here if at all possible. Jack Mosh, he is 2 for 4. He has walked once, scored a run. Trying to drive in his first run of the game would be the game winner if he's able to do it. West comes set. He'll check the runners. First pitch to Mosh. Upstairs for a ball, 1-0. It looked like West was a little bit wild warming up. We'll see what Mosh does here. Ahead in the count, 1-0. You got to think he's looking fastball, dead red. The 1-0 to Mosh. Fouled out of play. Count evens up 1-1. Good hard fastball there from West. Mosh got the fastball he was looking for, but he fouled it out of play. So now West a chance to mix it up a little bit here, 1-1. If Mosh can't do it, Jalen Hernandez waits on deck, mooring a double play ball here. The 1-1. That's going to be high, 2-1. You just look at Jack Mosh and you think, old school, gritty player. Kind of guy you want at the plate in this situation. The 2-1 to Jack Mosh. Fouled out of play again, 2-2. Good hard fastball there from West, and West has thrown nothing but fastballs to Mosh. Let's see what he does here, 2-2. The general rule is you throw your best pitch 2-2, but he's thrown him 4 fastballs so far. You got to believe you might want to change speeds here. West comes set, checks the runners, the 2-2. Off the plate for a ball, 3-2, and another fastball there. Let's see what the Royals do here, 3-2 with 1 out. You've got the winning run in scoring position with good speed. And a good guy handling the bat at the plate. Payoff pitch from Stephen West. Off the plate, he's walked and loaded. So West comes on, walks the first one he faces, and now Jalen Hernandez with the winning run 90 feet away.
First baseman, number 41, Jalen Hernandez.
A wild pitch wins it for the Royals, and that's how they lost to extra innings in Purcellville the other night here. Jalen Hernandez, 1 for 4. I'm sorry, 1 for 5. He's 1 for 4. He singled and walked. He singled in the first and has been 0 for since. Fly ball here wins it. First pitch upstairs for a ball. A walk wins it. Jalen Hernandez safely gets to first. The Royals win it, barring a play at the plate. And of course, the River Bandits with 1 out in the bottom of the 9th have to bring their infield in, try to get the runner at the plate. The infield got to play shallow. Fouled out of play. He had a hack. Outfield's got to play where they can catch a fly ball and throw Wall out at the plate. So anything with any kind of distance in the outfield is going to win the game. 1-1 the count to Jalen Hernandez. Stephen West trying to send us to extra innings. The set, the 1-1. Off the plate, 2-1. Hernandez ahead in the count, a chance to sit on a pitch, and maybe I've missed one here or there, but West has been all fastball since coming into the game. So if you're Jalen Hernandez, you're looking dead red right down the middle of the chute and see if you can't hammer something. The 2-1, there it was, and he fouled it back and out of play. Hernandez smacks his helmet as he got the pitch he wanted, got exactly what he was looking for, and fouled it out of play. 2-2 the count. Bases loaded, 1 out. The Royals with a chance to win it here in the bottom of the 9th. West comes set. The 2-2. Fouled out of play. We'll do it again, 2-2. Hernandez fouling off a couple of good fastballs here. And again, West has thrown nothing but fastballs. You got to believe at some point he's going to go something off speed, but I don't know if you want to do it here, 2-2, and you certainly don't want to bounce a slider with the winning run at third base. The 2-2 to Hernandez. Fouled off the catcher's mitt to the backstop. Hernandez stays alive just barely as he just did get a piece of it, and it kicks off a Bicknell's glove. So the count holds 2-2, and another 2-2 pitch from Stephen West due to Jalen Hernandez. Hernandez having a good at-bat here, staying alive in the count. Hernandez will step in. West has this sign. He'll come set. The 2-2. That'll miss inside, ball 3. There was the first breaking ball as a hard slider. Hernandez laid off of it. The count runs full, 3-2. And now you got to believe with that slider there, he's got to come back with the fastball. Unless you got a lot of faith in that slider. With the game on the line, the payoff pitch to Jalen Hernandez. Fouled it out of play, we'll do it again. Everybody on their hands here at the ballpark. Hernandez has fouled off several pitches to stay alive in the count. And a chance to win it. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 9-9, bottom of the 9th. West has this sign. He'll come set. The payoff pitch. Off the plate, ball 4, and the Royals are going to win it on a walk-off walk. Hernandez worked the count, and he'll draw the walk to win the ball game. The Royals will score a run in the 9th with no hits. Wall will score the winning run. Hernandez will drive in the winning run. For the Royals, 10 runs on 10 hits. They commit 2 errors. The River Bandits, mad scramble to get back in the game, comes up just short. 9 runs, 15 hits. They commit 3 errors. The River Bandits drop to 13 and 18. The Royals will move a game ahead of the River Bandits into 5th place, depending on what happens tonight in the league. The Royals improved to 14 and 17. The win goes to Reed Boyer. He's 2-0. The loss will go to Damian Giles. He'll drop to 0-3. For the River Bandits, take your pick on hitters. They have 6 guys with at least 2 hits, 2 with 3 hits. Keister, Duffy, Bicknell, Hanson all have 2 hits. Preston, Joey Pagano each have 3 hits. And Drake Bicknell, he drives in 3 runs, and Joy drives in 2 runs for the River Bandits in a losing cause here this afternoon. For the Royals, Connie Derschlag, 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 RBIs. A big 2-run home run in the 5th as he leads the Royals to victory. Wall will score the winning run. Ebbing scores twice. Austin Lafferty, a couple hits. He drives in 3. Jack Mosh, 2 hits. He drives in 1 and scores 1. The Royals win it by the final score of 10-9, scoring a run here in the 9th on a walk-off walk against the Woodstock River Bandits. The River Bandits return home tomorrow night to take on the Purcellville Cannons. The Royals now become Cannons fans as they travel to Strasburg to take on the Strasburg Express. Our friends in Strasburg will have the call for you tomorrow in Strasburg. My buddy Craig Orendorf has you Woodstock fans at home as you take on the Cannons. And again, just a reminder for your Woodstock fans, that game is listed as a doubleheader starting at 5 o'clock. The makeup game has already been played. They played that Wednesday night. Just one game tomorrow night for the River Bandits. It's a 7 o'clock start, but I've been told with the heat that they've been having, the River Bandits may move that to an 8 o'clock start. So check with your team tomorrow to see for game time, but just one game for Woodstock tomorrow night as they return home to take on the Purcellville Cannons. Again, the Royals win it 10-9 thanks to a walk-off walk to Jalen Hernandez. Mark Sawyer saying good night from the ballpark. I'll be back your way next Wednesday when the Royals return home after a 3-game road trip. And again, the Royals win their 3rd straight for just the 2nd time this season. They go to Strasburg tomorrow night looking for win number 4 in a row and possibly a chance to move in to the playoffs. And if they can't do it tomorrow night, a golden opportunity Sunday night when they go to Front Royal to take on those Cardinals that they've only beaten one time this year. What a time to pick up win number 2. Again, the Royals win it 10-9. Mark Sawyer saying good night from Bridgeforth. Don't forget, when you go to bed tonight, call your parents, say good night, tell them you love them. And while you're at it, call your aunt and your uncle and tell them you love them as well. Good night, everybody.
No, that was Vince. He's a